Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
You know, Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
From the Boise bench at Bishop Kelly High School, IdahoSports.com presenting the 4A state semifinals. The Bishop Kelly Knights hosting the Pocatello Thunder. Down to 4 here in the 4A bracket. Lucas Gephardt and Zach White bringing you coverage of tonight's game on IdahoSports.com. Coverage of the 2023 Idaho High School Football State Playoffs is presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on Idaho Sports is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealer. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight live from Bishop Kelly up here on the bench, the Pocatello Thunder. Long trip over from eastern Idaho, obviously in Pocatello, hence the name of the school. Bishop Kelly over here in central Boise. Bishop Kelly enters tonight, Zach, with an 11-0 record. They have just run through that schedule. Only school that's really given them any sort of trouble is Emmett, but a team like Bishop Kelly, they get to the state playoffs. They play a lot of these Treasure Valley teams to the regular season. Now they're here in this 4A Final Four. Here comes Pocatello, a very good team from East Idaho.
Pocatello has been very, very good. Again, playing on the eastern side of Idaho. This is a little bit of unfamiliar territory for this Pocatello Thunder team. However, the big thing that's really been standing out to them is the defense. The defense has been pretty unbelievable this year. And something that BK hasn't really played is a good defense. They've been putting up so many points. They've been putting points in the 30s, the 40s. There have been some games where they've even put up 50 points on their opponents. So tonight will be a true test for this BK offense as they do stand 11-0. And again, you said it, Lucas, they've really rolled through that schedule, especially in the regular season.
So we are just moments away from kickoff. Bishop Kelly will be getting the ball first. They will be moving from left to right as you listen to it here. Cooper Kamen and Parker Allenbaugh back deep to receive the kick for BK. Kicking off for the Thunder is going to be Garrett Keller, the senior kicker for Pokey. Pocatello 7-2 entering tonight's game. Last state championship came in 2006. Bishop Kelly 11-0. Their last state championship 2014. Bishop Kelly wearing the black jerseys, white pants, yellow numbers, black helmets. Pocatello the visiting white uniforms today with red numbers, a red and blue stripe across the shoulder, and blue helmets.
Should be a really, really exciting matchup. And you said it's been a long time since either team has won a state playoff game, so it'll be exciting to see these two teams duke it out tonight.
Going to be a short kick as we get things going. Going to be received at the 20 on the far side of the field. There they go, up the hatch, across the 40, and all the way over to the 50. Great starting field position for the Knights as the short kick returned all the way to the middle of the Knight logo.
After that huge return, you could see number 17, Carl West for Pokey. He got run over a little bit, and you could see that the return man for BK kind of stood over them, trying to implicate that, hey, we're setting the tone of the game. This is how it's going to be, so y'all better be ready.
Bishop Kelly plays their soccer games on this field as well. The starting field position where they're going to spot the ball is going to be right on the dot for where they kick off things for soccer games. Pistol set for BK to start things. Peter Minert, the deep back, twins right, single receiver left. Pokey's showing blitz. They go to the ground. Minert left side, and he dives forward for maybe about a yard and a half. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
And that's that tough defense we talked about. That's a really, really good start for this Pokey defense right here, establishing that making their presence heard on that early run play. Hopefully, senior quarterback Cooper Kamen can rally his team after that short run to try and move the ball down the field as they just entered Pokey territory.
So, again, twin receivers right, single receiver left, pistol set once again. Man in motion coming from left to right. That man in motion is Nelson, the tight end. They go right this time to Minert. And again, Minert met at the line of scrimmage. And not a whole lot of room to go there. And it brings up a 3rd down and 8 a minute into this thing.
Similar formation, similar run play, similar result. Only about a yard on that play will become 3rd and 8 right here. As you could try the same run play again with the trips with the double receivers down low, one receiver up high, or vice versa. But now I think you got to try throwing the ball right here.
3rd and 8. Will we see the first throw from quarterback Ben Avila of the night? Sophomore quarterback. Shotgun set. Twins right, single receiver left. A back to each side for Avila. Play action. They set up the screen. Near side. Pass is caught as they work up the numbers up to the 45. Well short of the 1st down marker. Cooper Kamen on the reception, and it brings up a 4th down.
We're going to see a lot of that tonight. The 2 quarterback sets with senior quarterback Cooper Kamen maybe playing a little bit of wide receiver there. Of the 2 quarterbacks, he only stands at 5'9", 160 pounds, while the other quarterback, Ben Avila, stands at 6'2", 185 pounds. So could see a bit of a quarterback rotation, if you will, kind of like what Boise State does, but who knows? Maybe it'll work tonight for Bishop Kelly.
4th down and 5, and BK's lined up to go for it. Trips right, single receiver left. Here comes a timeout from the far side taken by Pokey. Leaves them with 2 timeouts left. Pocatello had a receiver back deep to receive a punt, but Bishop Kelly was lined up to go for it. We'll take this chance to thank High Desert Hardwood over here in Eagle in the Treasure Valley, where woodworkers, they're their go-to for woodworkers to get the best quality hardwood, lumber, plywood, and custom molding. Take a look in person on East Street in Eagle, or give them a call, 208-939-9366. You can go find out more online at highdeserthardwood.com. High Desert Hardwood, proud supporters of the Bishop Kelly Knights here at State. Again, High Desert Hardwood over in Eagle. So 4th down and 4, 2 minutes gone, 10 to go here in this opening quarter. 4A state semifinal. BK out of the timeout will line up to punt now, so a bit of a change of heart for first-year head coach Chris Kulig. It's going to be Griffin Brady on to punt it away for BK.
Playing it safe right here. You don't want to get too risky, especially on this first drive. Only a few minutes into this game with 9:51 left in the first quarter, and it looks like Bishop Kelly's going to call for the punt, and he boots it. It's a pretty good kick. It's all the way down to the 15-yard line and will bounce right around there.
And so that's where Pokey will start their first drive of the night. Pocatello obviously led by Roger Echohawk, the big running back Pokey has. Both these teams very comfortable running the football. Again, Pokey has prided itself on defense for most of the year. Here they are offensively now, forcing a 3-and-outs on BK's first drive of the night after the long kick return. It is a discussion between the officials back at midfield. No flags at the moment, though, but there is a discussion between the officials currently going on.
Looks like they're pointing back towards where Pokey's going to be starting with the ball and back to where the punt was released.
So it looks like they're going to call a penalty on Bishop Kelly. It's going to be a chop block called against BK. So we'll see how that affects things as we get the official call. It is a personal foul penalty, so 15-yard chop block penalty. Only question now is, do they add that to the end of the run, or do they make him re-kick? Looks like they will just add it to the end of the run. So pushes it all the way up to the 30 from the 15 now.
Hey, you'll take that start. Did your offense do anything there? Not necessarily, but hey, you got 15 free yards right there. So let's see if the Pokey offense can take advantage of this pretty good starting field position on this opening drive.
So Contreras, the quarterback.
There's a lot of motions were happening right there, Lucas.
Twins right, single left. Contreras throws a screen pass, far side. Pass is caught. This is going to be a gain of 6. First play out of the gate. Hunter May, the reception for Pokey, and they gain 6.
Really, really good play right there. I mean, we saw like 3 different motions happened on that play right there, and they found a receiver just in the flat, underneath, wide open. He got about 7 yards right there on that play. So that's exactly that's exactly what you like to see in a great open field tackle by the BK defensive back right there.
2nd down and 3, we'll call it. 9.5 to go, first quarter. Trips left, single right for Pokey. Spreads formation for the Thunder. Man in motion is May. Man just caught the pass going from near side to far side. They throw it in the flat. This pass is caught. First down, Pokey. Ty Wilkinson. And that'll be a first down for Pocatello.
2 passes, 2 completions, got enough for a first down. Ty Wilkinson stands at 6'5", 220 pounds. That is a big guy right there. Clearly looks to be their go-to tight end, their big underneath target for tonight's game. So we should expect to see him a lot in that short passing game.
Ball up to the 45 now. Pokey on its own 45, 1st and 10. And they will flip the play around. So twins right, single receiver left, tight end left for Pokey. Contreras takes a snap to go Echohawk. Echohawk trying to find the corner on the near side, throws a stiff arm, stumbles his way across the 45 to the 46. Ran a long way, only picked up 2.
In this colder weather, we might see some bit shorter strides, tougher time running the ball because, again, the shorter weather might really affect, the colder weather, I should say, might affect how the players are going to play tonight. So we'll keep you updated on when the night goes on and the weather will get even colder than it is now.
Yeah, certainly the weather will get colder as we go along here tonight. 2nd down and 8.5 to go.
Looks like another audible right there.
Contreras to throw. Short pass caught near side. Here comes a flag. Pass was caught by Julia Bowie. He just signed his commitment to play basketball at Boise State this week. He has a catch for the moment. And an ineligible man downfield is going to bring this one back. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll stay 2nd down.
Pushes the ball back to the 41-yard line of Pocatello. So staying on their side of the field, and you never like to see that for an offense. However, based on how they've been moving the ball so far, especially with the passing game, you never know what could happen right here.
Ball sitting at the 41, near side hash. The field, by the way, tonight, turf. And if you're picturing it at home, there's a big nighthead at midfield in the middle of that soccer circle, reading Bishop Kelly between the near hash and numbers in yellow lettering. There we go. 2nd and 13. Contreras to throw over the middle, in traffic, pass caught across midfield, 1st down Pokey. Robert Reed on the reception.
Robert Reed standing at 6'3", 220 pounds. So again, another big tight end right there who was able to split the seam between two BK defenders. That was an even more impressive throw by the quarterback, Drayson Contreras, as he slinged the ball in between 2 defenders that were about 3 yards apart from each other. So a very excellent throw by Contreras right there to pick up about 17 yards.
The 3rd Pokey receiver to make a catch on this opening drive. 1st and 10 now from BK territory. Up the middle, Echo Hawk across the 40 down to the 38. Picks up 5.
I know that's a tough run by Echo Hawk right there, as he just tough running, being able to not just bounce it outside but bounce it up the middle, which he just ran through his blockers and was able to fight forward for a last-minute gain of 1 for a total gain of about 5.
Ball now sitting at the BK 38. Between the hash marks, 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Opening drive of the night for the Thunder. Move things around, and they will reset into a shotgun set. Twins right, single left. Echo Hawk running left. Breaks one tackle, slips out of another. Across the 30 to the 20. Echo Hawk down the sideline. Touchdown, Pokey. There is a flag that sits at the 14, so it could be coming back.
Wow, that was an impressive run right there. To not only evade the first tackle, but to bouncing off a couple tackles, just shut him off as the BK defenders were nothing, as he scampered in the end zone down the near sideline.
For the moment, it's a 38-yard touchdown run for Echo Hawk, and it will be erased. Holding called against Pocatello. So take the points off the board, and the Pokey offense will be popped into reverse. Only question now is how far down the field did the holding take place. The flag is sitting at the 15. So this could still be a Pokey 1st down after all is said and done, and it will be.
Ball placed at the 24-yard line. Looks like the Pokey offense thought the ball was going to be placed at the 35-yard line because that's where the huddle is, but the ball is 11 yards ahead of them. So
yeah.
Maybe they just want to huddle all the way back there as all of them scamper towards the ball at the 24.
So they don't get a touchdown, but they do get a 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 24. 2 receivers in the backfield. They motion one out far side. Now they're going to throw a screen out to that motion man, and he dropped the pass. That's a drop by Christensen. Couldn't hold on to it in the flat, and that might be some of that cold weather playing a factor. Have seen colder November nights here in the Treasure Valley, but it's certainly not warm up here on top of the box.
Yeah, and the weather again will be playing a factor tonight, as usually I feel like if the weather was really nice, he catches that ball. Christensen gains about maybe 4 yards, 5 yards. He had a blocker out in front, but there couldn't hang on to it. And one of the BK defensive backs, despite him dropping the ball, probably didn't realize he dropped the ball and just brought him down on the ground anyways.
It's a loss of 5, so 2nd and 15 now from the 30. Twins left, single right. They roll near side. Contreras on the run. Contreras throws on the run. Pass is incomplete. Went in and out of the hands of the receiver. The BK defense popped it free. Robert Reed, the intended target, couldn't hold on, and it's 3rd and 15.
Yeah, the defender that popped it up, that was number 9, Noah Ninehouse, the senior defensive back for BK. Really nice job to hit the receiver in a place where he could drop the ball, but again, not hurt him, not cause tempers to flare, not cause a penalty. But that was a really good textbook play by Ninehouse right there to break that pass up, force a 3rd and long for the Thunder offense.
Contreras tried to force it into traffic as well. The BK defense was ready. 3rd and long now from the Knight 30.
You can hear this crowd getting loud. The sidelines getting loud. They're getting amped here tonight.
4 receivers in the set. Twins right, twins left. Man in motion. They'll make trips left as Contreras takes the snap. 4-man rush. Contreras flushed out of the pocket. Left side. Contreras on the run. Pass to Bowie. Caught at the 12. First down, Pokey maybe. It's close. Yes, they do get a first down.
That was a fantastic play by Contreras right there. Rolling out to his left as soon as he hiked the ball. That was the play design. And number 1, Julian Bowie with a great catch on the sideline. Toe tap. Hey, that'd be a catch in the NFL. That was a fantastic catch. Great ball control. Great foot placement by Julian Bowie. So overall, really great play by the quarterback to receiver connection. And that's a connection we could be seeing all night. Senior to senior right there.
Yeah, Bowie, a fantastic athlete, as we mentioned, a star on the basketball court. He'll be playing basketball at Boise State in college. 1st and 10. Pokey converts off a 3rd and 15. Here they are, 1st and 10 from the BK 12. Contreras will throw. Rolls out far side. Contreras outside the hash marks to the numbers, just dumps it off, throws it away.
Nothing working there. Good job by the BK defense on covering all the routes that were heading towards the far sideline. Looked to be about a levels concept heading all towards the far sideline. You had 3 different receivers, 1 a corner route in the end zone and 2 just simple out routes about 5-7 yards away from Contreras, but there was nothing working there as the BK defense read the ball was going to be going to the right side of the field, but to no avail. Incomplete pass.
It's been a long Pokey drive. Clock down to 5.5 minutes now. Opening drive of the night for the Thunder. Twins right, single receiver left. Echo Hawk standing to Contreras' left. They go Contreras up the middle on the counter, working his way up the hash marks inside the 10, and he'll make his way down to the 5. Still about 3, maybe 2 yards left here on 3rd down.
Echo Hawk with a powerful run right up the middle, being able to, again, read the blocks, follow those blocks, and get as many yards as he can, and he gets him down to the 5-yard line.
Clock will trickle under 5 minutes before Pokey breaks the huddle here. Again, a very long opening drive here for the Thunder. Thunder have looked good so far tonight from BK. Defense forced to 3-and-out. Offense knocking on the door. 3rd and 3.
Now, if I'm the Pokey offenser here, I'm looking for something outside, like a shade outside. You got Bowens on the left side, got a couple receivers on the right side. Try throwing it to the corner and maybe the sideline.
2 tight ends left. They go Echo Hawk over left guard. Echo Hawk towards the goal line, has a first down, does not have a touchdown. So 1st and goal coming up now for Pokey as they continue to chew the clock on this opening drive.
Man, that was really close to being a touchdown. It looked like he was going to get tackled within a yard or 2 of getting that ball, but he drove it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Good job by the BK defense for not allowing a score on that play, but based on where they are and based on what they've been doing the last couple plays, you can expect what the Pokey offense is going to be doing right here.
Yeah, I think 8's getting the ball.
There were a couple subs made by the BK defense as they are stacking the line. A couple linebackers up the middle, but we'll see if they can make a stop if they decide to run the ball.
They go to Echo Hawk. Up the middle, hits a wall of Knight defenders. He didn't get in. So 2nd and goal coming up now. Pokey went 2 tight ends, power left. And now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.5-yard line, as Echo Hawk may have lost about a half yard.
That was led by number 55, Rakeem Johnson, the 6'3", 250-pound offensive defensive lineman right there, leading the charge to be able to get that stop on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal now. 3.5 minutes left to go. Twins right, twins left. Echo Hawk to the left. Now they shift things around and go 2 tight ends right. Echo Hawk over to the right as well. They pitch it. Echo Hawk trying to turn the corner. Steps out of 1 tackle. He's going to lose about 5 and then breaks a few tackles and gets back to the 6. So it would have been a loss of like 8 yards instead if it's only a loss of 3. But that play was going almost nowhere from the start.
Yeah, it looks like a little shovel pitch to the right side. Echo Hawk started running backwards to avoid the first defender, and he did. And then the second defender was going to bring him down for that loss of 8, but he broke that tackle. So that was one of the more impressive negative 3-yard runs that we've seen.
3rd and goal now from the 6. We're under 3 minutes to play in this first quarter, as Pokey trying to polish off what's been an impressive opening drive. They've already converted a couple times on 3rd down, including a 3rd and 15. This is a 3rd and goal from the 6. 5 receivers in this set. Trips left, Twins right. Contreras to throw, over the middle, into traffic, and it is incomplete. He threw that into double coverage, looking for one of his tight ends, and it's 4th down and goal from the 6.
A really scary throw, not only leading your tight end into a sea of BK defenders, but that was scary for seeing both BK defenders try and go for the ball and go for the breakup, and they actually collided into each other. Luckily, everyone is okay, but what a very impressive defensive stop by the BK defense, I should say, right here.
So here comes the field goal unit now for Pokey. It's Garrett Keller. He's going to try it from 23 yards from the right hash. Keller, kick on its way, and it is good. So Pokey, the first to strike here in this 4A state semifinal, a long drive, and the Thunder only get 3.
That was a very, very long drive. This drive started with about 9:50 on the clock in the first quarter. We are down to 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Over a 7.5-minute drive for this Pokey offense. And you only come away with 3. You get some clutch 3rd downs, but what was really impressive right there was the BK defense, as they bent a whole lot, but they never broke.
I want to remind you, if you're looking for, if there's, let's start up. There's one thing we have learned in the past year. It's that life is full of unpredictability, but your finances don't have to be. Do you have a plan in place for your financial future? Whatever your objectives may be, the McGarrah-Peterson Group can help you reach them. Financial advisors and members of SIPC and proud supporters of Bishop Kelly football, the McGarrah-Peterson Group, setting you up for financial success. So 2:22 left to play in this opening quarter. Pokey striking first, a 3-0 lead here for the Thunder. Now, BK has only run 3 offensive plays. Remember, they had that big kick return and then went 3 and outs thereafter. It was Parker Almenbaugh who returned that one last time. He's standing at the 10. Kind of interesting formation. I don't see a ton of schools that do this, but BK has 3 guys back deep to receive kicks. One of them, Almenbaugh, who we just mentioned, standing between the hash and the numbers. If another guy standing near hash to the numbers, then another guy right in the middle of the 2 hash marks.
Something else to note, in front of those 3 guys, the only guy that's standing to at least give a block in front of those 3 is just one BK player right there sitting on the 23-yard line. Can't exactly get a read on his number, but there's only one guy in front of the 3 eligible return men back on the 10 and even 5-yard line.
Yeah, it's that front wall, and then there's not a lot beyond that first initial line of defense. This one's going to be returned by Meinert. Straight up the middle. He was standing between the hash marks, and he is met at the 30. So Meinert returns that one to the 30, and the BK offense will retake the field. 3 and out last time for the Knights. Now they trail by 3.
Not as good of a return compared to the first one. The first kick return went all the way up to midfield. This one only goes to the nose of the ball, touching the 30. So this ball is really sitting at like the 29.5-yard line if you want to get super technical like that. But here comes the Bishop Kelly offense, and it looks like number 15, Ben Avila is going to be out there as the quarterback.
So Avila, pistol set, twins right for Avila. Play action, they throw a slant, and it's behind the receiver. Incomplete, was looking for Kamen. And it's incomplete in a 2nd and 10. Remember, Bishop Kelly, this is a program that is used to playing ahead. They have had the lead for virtually the entire season. BK has not been behind much at all, if at all, the whole year.
I mean, that reflects their 11-0 record because they know how to get ahead early and maintain that lead.
So Avila has twins right, twins left, pistol set with a minute. He'll throw. Pass is going to be caught in the flat. That one's caught by Kamen. And Kamen has a gain of 6 up the far sideline. And it's going to leave about 4 left here on third down.
Tackle was made by number 5, Cooter Stuckey. Yeah, 5'8", 160-pound defensive back for Pokey, which forces, about a third and 4 on the screen. It said 3rd and 10, but 3rd and 4 for this BK offense. See if they can convert and get their first down of this game.
Pistol set here for the Knights. Twins out right. And they have a wildcat formation, and this is going to be a first down. We talked about how they switched quarterbacks. It was Cooper Kamen in at quarterback that time. They run the read option left, and Kamen picks up the first down with his feet.
Really nice play by Cooper Kamen to just, again, take that option play, recognize that on the far sideline that there aren't a ton of defenders there, weave his way through, get a gain of about 10 right there to pick up the first down of the game for the BK offense with 1:28 left in this first quarter.
So fresh set of downs here from the Knights from the Pokey 45 on that far hash mark. Twins right, single receiver left, man in motion, tight end. Goes from the right to the left, back to the right. And now they're going to throw. Avila back in a quarterback over the middle, pass caught. Diving receiver near the first down marker is going to be Boston Husky. A freshman receiver has the Knights another first down.
That time it was the other quarterback, so not Kamen, but Avila, who took that ball and threw it to a pretty wide open wide receiver right there. Really no one within 8 yards, 10 yards of him, and he was able to catch that ball, and he dove down for it. He dove to catch the ball, but he got enough for the first down.
So now operating in Thunder territory at the 45. Avila finds Kamen again. This time near side, Kamen steps out of one tackle across the 40 down to the 38. And it's a pickup of 8.
Wow, what a great juke. What a fantastic juke, I should say, by Kamen right there. As he's becoming the main target on here. He's got about 3-4 targets on this drive and about 20 yards so far, not counting the run. And he really juked out number 22, Tyson Harrell, as he cut in to try and make the tackle, but then next thing you know, he's on the ground. So really, Kamen is the go-to wide receiver here when he's not playing quarterback.
Clock down to 30 seconds. Avila now has a pistol set with twins to the left. Tight end goes from left to right, now back to the left. And they're going to go to Minert, straight up the middle, big hole. First down and a lot more. Cuts back over to the hash marks, all the way down to the 20, and it's another first down for the Knights. Clock stops at 7 seconds to temporarily reset the chains. In all likelihood, it'll be the final play of the opening quarter.
Parker Smith brought him down. Luckily, it was just one-on-one between Minert and Parker Smith right there. Luckily, Smith did win the matchup, except Minert carrying the defender just a little bit for about 3 extra yards. So an excellent run by Minert right there as the first quarter does officially tick down to an end. The Pocatello Thunder leading 3-0 over the BK Knights.
Take a quick timeout here on IdahoSports.com. It's the 4A state semifinal here on Idaho Sports. Second quarter coming up after this.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Back here at Bishop Kelly High School, start of the second quarter. We want to thank Gateway Park in Idaho Falls. They're bringing mountain to town this winter season. Gateway Park is a new tubing hill in Idaho Falls, located right by Ryder Park on Sunnyside Road, close to the freeway. It snows every day at Gateway Park. Great for families, kids, youth groups, everyone. We'll have fun at Eastern Idaho's newest tubing adventure. Also want to thank Franklin Building Supply, proud supporters of local student athletes and all the building professionals in Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello. All right, start of the second quarter. 3-0 Pocatello leading, but BK on their second drive of the night has the ball in the red zone. Ball sits at the 20 as they are driving into Thunder territory. Pistol set, screen pass. This is going to be caught out towards the numbers, in between the numbers and the hash mark. Short gain for Husky, the freshman, his second reception on the drive and of the night. He picks up 4.
Fake the run, throw a quick little screen pass out to the wide receiver Husky right there. And his second catch, he seems to be getting involved. You don't usually see freshman wide receivers get involved in the playoffs nonetheless. So it's nice to see a younger person on the team really step up out there.
Yeah, bright future certainly ahead for him. He is out in this snap once again. He's the single receiver to the left. Ball is on the right hash, 2nd and 5. Minard up the middle, met immediately, but still pushes forward for about 2.
Hey, that time, the Pokey defense was able to read that run. Last time Minard ran the ball, gained about 25, 30 yards. That time he only gains 2. So good job by the Pokey defense to be able to bring him down and rally towards him as soon as he got the ball instead of waiting for him to get all those yards, which is obviously never the goal.
Yeah, right. Critical third down coming up here. It's 3rd and 2. Ball at the 13-yard line on the far hash. BK twins right, single receiver left, pistol set. Ravella, the quarterback. And they toss to Minard. Left side, Minard makes one man miss, steps out of another tackle, cuts back, end zone, touchdown, Bishop Kelly.
Big run by Minard right there as he gets about 18 yards on that touchdown run right there. Big run for Bishop Kelly as they get on the board and take a 6-3 lead pending the PAT right here. And we can say that drive, that was a lot quicker of a drive compared to the Pokey drive. That drive took about 5 minutes off the clock and bleeding into this second quarter, but that compared to that Pokey drive, which took about 7.5 minutes.
It's a 13-yard touchdown run for Minard on the toss sweep. Cameron Wynn on for the point after. As it stands right now, the Knights now doubling up the Thunder. Extra point up, and it is good. Knights extend the lead to 4. 7-3 our score. I want to tell you now about Bringhurst Family Dentistry. They offer affordable, complete dental care for the whole family, and they've been serving the Pocatello area for over 40 years. New patients are always welcome, and emergency care is available. They'll take care of you and your family. Areas that they can help with include professional teeth cleaning, whitening, implants, bridges, braces, and all of your dentist needs. Bringhurst Family Dentistry, located 1175 Call Place Suites 200 in Pocatello. You can call them, it says today, you probably got to call tomorrow. 208-232-1260 is the number.
I mean, you could try calling tonight. I don't know if they're going to answer at this hour, but who knows?
Might get a voicemail. So 7-3 our score. 10:30 left to go here before halftime. And we want to tell you about the Idaho Launch. That's our halftime sponsor tonight, the Idaho Launch halftime show. Did you know that current Idaho high school students are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? You can apply today at idaholaunch.org.
Kicking off for the Knights, number 34, Cameron Wynn, back deep to receive.
Cameron Wynn about to kick it off to number 6, Carson Christensen for Pocatello. And what do you do here if you are Pocatello? I mean, you got to answer back with a touchdown right here. You can't settle for one of those long drives that take up a lot of clock, but you can't put it in the end zone.
Yeah, I think if you're Pokey here, you've done a lot of good things so far. I know you're down 4. You'd love to have 7 instead of 3 up on the board, but I don't know if I'd change a whole lot at this point.
It's still very early, so time will tell.
End over end kick. Here we go from the 10. So they search up the numbers and drag to the ground at the 22. So here comes the second Thunder drive of the Knights. Last drive, a lot of plays, a lot of time. Only 3 points, though, for the Thunder. This drive is going to start from the 23.
Let's see what the Pokey offense has got cooking here because, again, only getting 3 points on the drive was disappointing, but there were a lot of good things, a lot of clutch third down conversions on the pass. The passing game in general looked very, very good from Contreras, so hopefully we can see more of that passing game continue to develop going into this second quarter. And on this only second offensive drive for this team.
Yeah. I mean, that's just going to show you how long that first drive was. Here we go. 1st and 10. This one going to start from the 23 far hash. And officials were waiting for something. As everyone just kind of standing around and looking at each other right now.
They got teams looking at their sidelines. Bishop Kelly especially looking at that sideline to figure out what defensive scheme they're going to run, but it looks like they have it figured out.
They're getting a new ball in, so that was the hold up there. So, all right, new ball, and now we're ready. Shotgun set to start things here for Pokey. They're going to go trips right, single left, as we're still messing with the ball, and now they put it down.
Looks like it looks like that one receiver up top to the left is number 1, Julian Bowie. So we'll see what he can do on that one-on-one coverage on the left side.
Play action. They're going to throw a screen pass to the near side. They make one-man miss. Now here we go. Foot race across the 40 to the 50 and pushed out of bounds. A chunk play to start things for Hunter May, and it's a gain of over 20 yards for the Thunder.
That's the kind of pass you want to run with those trips receivers, right? You throw it to the slot receiver, so the middle receiver of those 3, May, and he managed to catch it. Had a lead blocker, which I believe was number 5, Carson Cooter Stuckey leading the way.
1st and 10 now from the 50. Contreras to throw. Contreras running out of time, has to throw it. It's intercepted. Picked off right along the near sideline. Intercepting it, Marcus Powers, the junior linebacker, jumps the route, and the Knights take over at the 50.
Contreras really under some pressure, just got rid of it barely before he hit the ground for the sack. And you said it, number 33, Powers, with that huge diving interception. What a great interception by him. Targeting number 4, Alex Wynn on that play. He was open early on the route, but Contreras couldn't get him to him in time. And unfortunately for the Pokey offense, the drive after that huge screen pass stalls right there, allowing the BK offense to step back on the field.
It's the first turnover of the Knights for either team. And Bishop Kelly will take over at its own 48. Trips right, single left, pistol set. Here for the Knights. Screen pass, near side, caught by Cameron, crosses the 50, and he is out of bounds at the 48. Avella completes that one. He has found Cameron a lot here in this first half.
I haven't been keeping a ton of I haven't been keeping tallies, but I've noticed that at Cameron again, about 5 catches so far, and that's not including that big 12-yard run when he was at quarterback, and he's thrown the ball a couple of times. So Cameron's really they've been getting utilized in all sorts of ways tonight.
Certainly been a factor in this one. Under 10 minutes to play, second quarter. 2nd and 7 now from the Pokey 49. Man in motion, tight end right, goes tight end left. Minert over left tackle, big hole across the 45 down to the 41. It's a first down for BK.
The BK offense starting to get rolling here. The run game especially is really starting to get going as Minner, that's his second pretty big run of the game. Double-digit run by Minner, as we saw. He had a big 25-yard run in the first quarter, had the big 10-yard run right there to convert to keep the drive going. So expect to see Minner a lot as the game goes on.
Now from the Pokey 41, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Twins right, single receiver left, pistol set. And they'll throw. Avella down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Cam, and he had him down the seam on that far hash, but the throw was a little too high.
Little too high. Cameron tried to make a good effort to reach up for that, but outstretched arms couldn't bring it in, and that was even broken up by number 31, Jonah Bruner right there to break up that pass if it was even caught. So tough to see if you're Cameron as he heads to the sideline. Probably needs a little bit of a break after he took that hit on the upper back right there. So
yeah, he did take a big hit. It's 2nd and 10 now. It's at the 41 still. Operating in Thunder territory. Trips left, single receiver, pistol set here for Avella. Minert up the middle, met immediately at the line of scrimmage and driven back. The first man up from the pile is Devin Rodriguez, the big senior linebacker.
That was a one-on-one tackle between Rodriguez and Minner. Rodriguez that time won the matchup. We'll have to see if we see that matchup again, hopefully, and maybe Minner can go out and actually win the matchup that time. But that was some tough running, but Rodriguez was just stronger on that play.
Rodriguez listed at 6'1", 220, and he used every bit of that frame to make that tackle. A violent collision. Leaves a 3rd and 7 from the near hash. Twins right, single receiver left, tight end in motion, and far side goes flank right. Avella will throw. Has a man wide open down the hash marks. First down. Now the ball pops out at the 25. And Pokey jumps on top of it. For the moment, it appears like it's a Thunder turnover. We'll wait for the signal, and it is Pokey football.
You can hear the Pokey crowd going nuts on the other side from where we are. Number 2, Peyton Gilligan had caught that pass, but it looked like when he had caught the pass, he had trouble bringing it in as he bobbled it as he was going to his feet, and he ran, and it seems like he never just had that ball control to be able to keep the ball as he fumbled and then give the ball right back to the Pokey offense. So 2 turnovers right here from both offenses.
Yeah, 1 on each side now, and I'll tell you what, that was really close to maybe being an incomplete pass. Delayed handoff, Echo Hawk left side, Echo Hawk into the second level, and here we go, across the 50, down to the 40, all the way down to the BK 28.
Echo Hawk with a massive run right there. That's what we were expecting to see out of Reich and Echo Hawk tonight. He had a few big runs every now and then, maybe like the 10-yard runs, but that run right there for about 40 yards, sitting at the BK 30,
they said
33.
They're
saying he stepped out before he could gain those additional 5-6 yards right there. But nonetheless, still a massive run after that clutch turnover by the defense, putting the Pokey offense in BK territory. Great field position after one play.
1st and 10 now from BK territory. Ball at the 33, far hash. Twin receivers out to the left, single receiver right. Echo Hawk again runs left. Echo Hawk between the numbers and the hash across the 30 down to the 29. Picks up 5. This game has had some early twists and turns.
I know the first quarter we saw a lot of offense, long drives, clean football on the offensive side. This quarter has been pretty much the complete opposite. 2 turnovers, each defense forcing a turnover right here. Got some really big chunk plays right here by both offenses. But Pokey right out with the ball. They're the ones proving, showing with those big plays.
7:15 to go, second quarter. Contreras in the gun. And they go to Echo Hawk right side. Echo Hawk tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Gains maybe a yard. Or excuse me, that was Carson Christensen on the carry for Pocatello instead of Echo Hawk. So Contreras on the carry, nevertheless, doesn't go anywhere. And it's 3rd and 5 now from the 29.
Christensen goes to the sideline. Now, this is the point we could see Reich and Echo Hawk get the ball in this 3rd and 5 right here. Contreras checks back in. Echo Hawk is in the backfield. They got 2 receivers down low, 1 receiver up top with a tight end.
Probably 4 down territory here as well. 3rd and 5. Contreras to throw. Contreras throws a bomb down the far side. One-on-one coverage. It's incomplete. He was looking for Bowie, who had man-on-man coverage down that far side. And 4th down coming up for the Thunder.
Looks like that was number 25, Noah Horn on the pass breakup. That was a beautifully thrown ball by Contreras right there. That was perfectly where the receiver was going to be, but Horn got his hand in there to break that pass up to bring up a 4th down.
4th down and 5. Pokey's got the offense on the field. It would be a really long field goal from here and a really short punt. So kind of that in-between area where you got to go. 4th down and 5 from the 28. Trips right, Bowie to the left. Echo Hawk in the gun. Contreras the snap. They're going to go to Bowie again down the far side, and Bowie had his man beat, but he dropped it. Went right in between his hands, and the Thunder turn it over on downs.
That's the toughest thing you want to see out of a wide receiver. He had the defender beat that. He beat number 28, who actually might have gotten the pass breakup, Sam Nell, on that same route, same play.
It was the same play.
And this time, Julian Bowie had his receiver beat, but it looked like he was trying to tightrope the sideline to make sure he at least got 1 foot in, And when you focus on one thing as a wide receiver, you tend to lose focus on something else. So that's probably why the ball went through his hands, to make sure he actually stayed in bounds right there.
So 6:16 left to play. And the turnovers between these two teams. Interception, fumble, turnover on downs. That's been the last 3 possessions. The Knights take over from their own 28. Pistol set. Minert on the carry, up the middle, trying to squeak out of a tackle, and he gets up to the 31 before he's brought down by a couple defenders. Halfway through this second quarter.
Minert, tough running. I mean, that's what we've seen out of him. I mean, he's a big guy, so you want him just to get up the middle to try and churn as many yards out as possible on that 1st and 10, now leading to a 2nd and 7.
Clock under 6 minutes to play. BK getting the play from the side. They're going to go twins right, single receiver left, pistol set, Minert the back. Avella claps his hands and gives left side to Minert. Minert trying to step out of some tackles, breaks a couple, not all of them. And he gets up to the 36. And it's going to be 3rd and about 2, maybe 3. As we have 5:20 to go here in this second quarter. 3rd and 2 officially.
BK really loves their pistol offense. They love that pistol formation here, as they can run out of it, they can pass out of it, they can do the read option out of it. We saw happen by Cooper Cameron earlier in this game.
3rd down and 2.
Looks like they're going under center this time, a new formation we've seen.
3 running backs all standing right next to each other. And they're going to go to Minert, who was standing over on the right, and Minert stumbles his way for a 1st down over right tackle to the 41, a fresh set of downs for the Knights.
Interesting formation right there, as in 3 running backs, pretty much all in line right there.
Yeah,
and then you have the quarterback. Yeah, you had the quarterback Avella right under center, and he handed off to the back that was farthest away from him, and he picked up the 1st down, essentially having 2 fullbacks on that field with the offensive line there.
Yeah, 2 lead blockers as they ran right, and Minert, who carried the ball, was the furthest to the left. So 1st and 10 now from the 41. BK operating still in their own territory. 4.5 to go here before halftime. Minert again right side. This time there's nowhere to go, but he does spin out of 1 tackle and is able to gain about 2. And there was nowhere to go. The first guy that hit him was in the backfield, but Minert, a tough guy to bring down, still gains 2.
I feel like I said this about one of the pokey offensive runners, about Echo Hawk right here. That's probably one of the more impressive 2-yard runs that we've seen, because you limit that from being a loss of about 3 to a gain of 2 just by a simple spin move and using those legs to at least get something out of that play.
2nd and 8, under 4 minutes to play. Pistol set. Avella rolling to the near side. Pump fakes. Here comes the rush, and he floats one down the near sideline. One of the BK receivers caught it. The question, was he in bounds? The official says he is. And it's a 1st down to the Pokey 49.
Looks like that was number 18, Alex Sullivan, with a very impressive catch. Another toe drag type catch that we've seen out of both teams' receivers here tonight. And that was enough for a 1st down. It looked like that was just going to be a simple throwaway until Sullivan ran back to the ball to catch it at the 49-yard line of the Pokey offense and managed to bring it in.
Avella just kind of shot-putted that one to him, and it was right on that sideline, right in front of the BK bench. Fresh set of downs now for the Knights at the Pokey 49. Twins right, single receiver left, tight end left. Shotgun set, play action. Avella floats one down the near hash marks, and it's almost intercepted. Or is it caught? BK is saying they caught it, and he did at the 30.
The ref at the 30 called that as a catch right there. I mean, I thought that pass was almost intercepted.
I thought it was too. I think it was Husky who somehow came up with that catch. It was Husky who came down with that catch. That pass was into double coverage, and Husky, who's 5'10", he's a 5'10", 160-pound freshman, won the jump ball battle. It just somehow landed in his hands. 1st and 10 from the 30 now. Play action, screen pass, near side, caught, across the 30, down to the 28, spun to the ground at the 20. They get it to Alex Sullivan. They hit the freshman last time, now they hit the senior on the screen pass. Both times, BK gets a 1st down.
Simple little bubble screen to get Alex Sullivan out in space, and he gained a good amount of yards right there. Looks like he was in a little bit of maybe some discomfort as he was walking back to the side. He seems fine now, but he had to do a little bit of a quad hamstring check, if you will, just to make sure everything's working for him in this weather. But he seems to be good to go as he heads into the slot.
1st and 10 now, BK in the red zone. Ball at the 20, trips left, single receiver right, pistol set. Avella clapping his hands, and I think they got Pokey to jump. Here come the flags. And it is encroachment, and it will be a free 5 yards here for the Knights. 2:37 left to play before halftime. If you're wondering at home, Pocatello does get the ball first to start things in the second half.
So best case scenario for the best case scenario for this Pocatello offense, you get a turnover right here.
Turnover, touchdown, halftime touchdown. That's best case
That
scenario.
is the best case scenario. But I guess a more realistic option, if you will, if you can hold the Knights to a field goal here, and then if you can at least drive down the field to get maybe your own field goal or even score, because you get the ball to start the half, you need at least some. You can't allow a touchdown here.
1st and 5 following the penalty. Minert, left side, Minert maneuvering his way through traffic, finds his way across the 10, down to the 9. It's another first down. They mark him down maybe at the 7 or 8. Clock will be, it's at 2 minutes right now, so it'll be under 2 minutes once we get going, once the clock starts moving after they reset the chains. And it's 1st and goal here for BK. Timeouts 3. BK has all 3 timeouts. Pocatello 2 timeouts. Under 2 minutes to play here in this first half.
I know, maybe expect a couple of these timeouts to be called because the only timeout that was called by Pocatello was within that first BK drive early on in the game.
Yeah. 1st and goal from the 7. Clock moving down to 1:38 as BK comes out in a pistol set, trips left. Minert running left and only finds his way to the 5. So gain of 2, clock down to 1:27 now. BK in no particular hurry as they even send some subs out onto the field. BK is going to try to time this thing. They want to score right before the end of the half.
They don't want to give the Pokey offense a chance to get back on the field and hopefully make something happen here. They just want to walk into the locker room, hopefully with a 14-3 lead.
And here we go with that same formation. Under center is Avella, 3 running backs all standing next to each other. They go Minter, and that was easy. Touchdown, Bishop Kelly. It was the exact same play they ran earlier in the drive, and it's a 6-yard touchdown for Minter.
So much for trying to waste a little bit of more time off the clock. 53 seconds remained, but I mean, that was just a perfectly executed play and still a strange formation that we're seeing. Again, 3 running backs back there. You hand it off to the running back who's the farthest left to you if you're Avella, and you got the 2 lead blockers heading to the right because the play design is supposed to be going a run to the right. So, if anything, it's a strange play call, but it's an effective one.
Weighing on for the point after. Pokey coming strong off the edge, but the extra point is up and good. Our score 14-3 now as the Knights add their 2nd touchdown of the night. Minert has both of them, one from 13 yards, the other from 6. Hey, Armstrong Driving School in Pocatello is owned by Dustin Armstrong, a Pocatello native, wrestling coach and former teacher. For more information, go find him online at ArmstrongDrivingSchool.com. Armstrong Driving School in Pocatello, creating safe and responsible drivers. They say go Thunder. Also want to thank Primetime Auctions in Pocatello, the place for all of your bidding needs. They have something for everyone, vehicles, plants, to office equipment, electronics. Be sure to check out Primetime Auctions before heading to the store. Chances are you are going to find that one thing that you're looking for. Bid anytime, anywhere, online, primetimeauctions.com. So 53 seconds remain here in this first half. Pocatello has looked good, I think, offensively. But, 3 drives now, just the 3 points. You hear sometimes points per drive. Your 1-to-1 ratio, not ideal. You'd like to have a little more than that. But, again, you go back to that opening drive. They took up a lot of clock. They looked good on their way down the field, just settled for 3 points. And now it's a 2-score game.
Yeah. And then the second drive, obviously you throw that interception within a few plays in. And then that third drive, you again have some really nice plays, but then you fourth and short, you can't convert. So just some miscues by the Pokey offense when they need it the most.
BK's got it teed up, send it down the field. And here we go from the 10. Returning this one is Stuckey, and he's out to the 21 before he's dropped. And so now the Pokey offense, 48 seconds to go, about 80 yards as Stuckey was brought down right at the 20. They'll mark it on the far hash, so we'll see what kind of 1 minute offense. We talk about the 2 minute offense all the time. This is going to have to be a 45-second offense as there's only 48 seconds left.
I know you can try getting in a field goal range, give your kicker Garrett Keller a chance at a relatively long field goal if you can get there in a few plays. But you still have timeouts.
Yeah, 2 timeouts left for Pokey. Contreras to throw, and now he's going to tuck it and run, and he gained maybe a yard. The rush came in from off the edge. Contreras had to tuck it and just get what he could. Clock moving down to 36 seconds. Pokey might be content with going to the locker room. Remember, the Thunder do get the ball to start the second half. Clock down to 30 seconds. Pokey didn't use either of their timeouts. And now Contreras to throw again. Contreras finds a man underneath on a drag route over the middle, caught at the 25. And only able to get up to about the 29. Clock down to 15 seconds. Hunter May on the reception. And it's 3rd down and 1 coming up. Clock down to 10 seconds. Pokey looks like they're going to try to get one more play off. Clock down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Contreras gets it off as the clock expires. Rolls to the far side. Contreras just dumps this one out of bounds. And we have reached halftime.
that was a mouthful for you right there. As the clock was moving, hey, that was a really great job by you, Lucas, to keep it going. But again, as you said it, we have reached halftime. Score of 14-3 for the BK Knights over the Pokey Thunder right now. And you know, it's been a pretty good game, but we'll get more of that in our little halftime report we have coming up.
Yeah, we'll break it all down once we come back. It's coming up at halftime. It's the Idaho Launch Halftime Report. We'll bring it to you after this on IdahoSports.com.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow!
Tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off. Obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa!
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Halftime here at Bishop Kelly in the 4A state semifinal. I want to welcome you into the Idaho Launch halftime show. Did you know that current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? Apply today. Idaho Launch, support in every direction. So here we are, Bishop Kelly, a 14-3 lead over Pokey, a 2-score lead. You know, but it feels like it's closer than 2 scores. Pokey, I think, has looked pretty good so far. Bishop Kelly, 2 touchdown runs from Minard, 1 from 13 yards, 1 from 6 yards. A pair of turnovers, 1 for each team in that second quarter. But you mentioned it earlier, the first quarter was pretty clean. You know, pretty clean football for the most part in that first quarter. Second quarter, we started seeing a little more sloppiness and some turnovers as well.
And that just comes with, like, you learn your team, you learn the team you're playing against, and you learn what they scheme and what works for them. For example, we saw Pokey, like, try getting the ball down the field with the passes, and they couldn't. They weren't as sharp with the pass plays. And just the pass plays in general, we saw the one that was intercepted by number 33, Marcus Powers, who, again, jumped the route in a really, really spectacular fashion. So definitely seen some more sloppy football. In terms of how the second half would look, I would hope that you would learn from that sloppiness, you learn from those mistakes, and you go back to playing the cleaner football that we saw in the first quarter. Yeah. But, I mean, as you said, Lucas, like, I don't think Pokey's played that poorly either. They only have 3 points to show because of the 4 drives they had. It was that super long drive where they only got a field goal. Then it was the interception.
Yeah, and then they
turned it over on downs, and then that final drive, I mean, just kind of a throwaway drive because you didn't have much time left. So for the most part, they've looked pretty good, but they just haven't been able to capitalize again when they need to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, and you go back to that first drive, that opening drive of the game. You know, I hate to keep going back to it, but you would have loved to get 7 instead of 3 there. But that's where we stand right now, 14-3, our halftime score. Let's take a look around the state as we have reached the state semifinals. We'll stay here in 4A. The other 4A state semifinal going on right now over in Idaho Falls. Hillcrest and Skyline. Hillcrest leading that one, leading it handily, 28-7. The Knights over Skyline, the Hillcrest Knights, that is. Hillcrest over Skyline, leading by 21. That game's still in the first half, though. So it appears, as for now, that Hillcrest should be marching on to another state championship game. Now, the winner of this one will play the winner of that game, obviously, in the state championship. If Bishop Kelly wins, the state championship will be in the Treasure Valley. If Pokey wins, obviously that's an all-East Idaho state championship. It'll be in East Idaho. So that's how things are setting up in the 4A. And the 5A, 2 games going on, both of them tonight. Eagle and Coeur d'Alene playing here tonight in the Treasure Valley. Coeur d'Alene, surprisingly, maybe to some, leading that one 7-0. That game's still in the first half, but Coeur d'Alene is leading Eagle. And then the other 5A semifinal tonight, Highland and Pocatello. That game doesn't kick off for about another 30 minutes or so, as that is the second game of a doubleheader over at Holt Arena. So here's how 5A is going to work. If Highland wins, 5A state championship is East Idaho. If there's some sort of East Idaho representative in the 5A state championship game, we're hearing that's East Idaho. Now, Coeur d'Alene is going to have to travel either way, whether they're coming here to the Treasure Valley to play Meridian or they go all the way down to Holt Arena to play Highland. So, but if Eagle and Meridian both win today, those are 2 Treasure Valley schools, 5A championship will be Treasure Valley. So, both of these state championship games, you're either looking at Holt Arena in all likelihood, or in all likelihood, again, still got to wait for confirmation, all of it, probably Albertson Stadium. So that's what we're looking at for 4A and 5A. 1 3A score to tell you about that went final. Sugar Salem 25-7, so the Diggers into another 3A state championship game. All Sugar Salem does is win 3A titles. They're going to play for another one next week. 2A scores, Westside leading North Fremont 21-8. That game in the fourth quarter, that is in North Fremont. And Declo leading Melba 14-0, that game in the second quarter. 1A Division 1, Butte County leading Logos 36-12. And 1A D2 score to tell you about, Camas County leading Rockland 16-6, that game in the second quarter. So that's your look from around the state, courtesy of the Friday Night Flash here on IdahoSports.com. So as we get looking ahead to this second quarter, we want to thank High Desert Hardwood in Eagle one more time. That is where woodworkers go to the best quality hardwood, lumber, plywood, and custom molding. Take a look in person at 1758 East State in Eagle, or call them at 208-939-9366. You can also find them online at highdeserthardwood.com. High Desert Hardwood, proud supporters of the Bishop Kelly Knights. And they say, good luck, boys, here tonight. So, as we sit here at halftime, 14-3, our halftime score. Thank you once again for listening to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know that current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? Apply today. Idaho Launch, support in every direction. Third quarter in the 4A state semifinal coming up after this.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off. Obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
There's one thing that we've learned from the past few years, it's that life is full of unpredictability, but your finances don't have to be. Do you have a plan in place for your financial future? Whatever your objectives may be, the McGarrah Peterson Group can help you reach them. Financial advisors with D.A. Davidson & Company, a member SIPC, and proud supporters of the Bishop Kelly Knights as McGarrah Peterson Group. All right, so Bishop Kelly is going to kick things away to begin this second half. It is the 4A state semifinal here on IdahoSports.com. Winner to the state championship game. So Pokey going to get the ball to begin things here. Pokey trailing 14-3. Pocatello, again, the all-white uniforms, blue helmets, red numbers, red and blue trim across the shoulders. Bishop Kelly, black jerseys tonight, yellow numbers, white pants, black helmets, yellow BK on the helmet. Kick is away, and it's going to dribble away from the returner at the 10. They pick it up at the 8, and now here we come down to the near side to the 15, and falling his way forward to the 5, Cutter Stuckey on the return.
That could have been a really bad way to start the drive. So, yeah, he muffed it on the line drive kick. Luckily recovered about 5 yards behind him, got the ball out to the 20-yard line is where they're going to place it. So, disaster avoided if you're Pocatello right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a weird kick, line drive kick, but, again, Stuckey handled it no problem, and here we go from the 20. This Pokey drive starting from its own 20. Contreras takes the shotgun snap, throws a screen pass far side. It's caught out towards the hash marks and now looping his way out towards the numbers. It's going to be a gain of just about 3 yards or so. Hunter May on the screen pass out towards that far sideline.
They seem to like these screen passes, and Hunter May's been the recipient on a couple of those. So we could expect to see more of those like short pass screen routes to just let the receiver and running backs be able to just take the ball and just make some magic happen instead of trying to air the ball down the field where they have had a little bit of like very little success in that route.
Be a 2nd down and 7. Pokey will roll 4 receivers out in the formation. Trips right, single receiver Bowie is left. Contreras delayed handoff to Echo Hawk. Echo Hawk up the middle to the 30, down to the 34. And Echo Hawk has the first Pokey first down of this second half.
We talked about in the first half how BK likes their pistol formations. Here, a complete opposite, Pocatello, they seem to really like their shotgun formations, and they run out of it a lot. Yeah. And we've seen success from Echo Hawk right there as he gained about another 10 yards as he's averaging probably about 7 yards a carry now.
1st and 10 from the 34. Contreras to throw. Dumps this one on a drag route. Caught by May. Down the far sideline he goes. Down to the 45. Pushed out at the 44. There is a flag back from where Contreras threw the ball. This screams holding, but we'll get the call. And it is holding against Pocatello. So erase the May first down reception. Push the Thunder back 10 yards, and we'll do first down over.
It looks like they're going to be pushed back to where they essentially started the drive. Yeah. Actually, even farther back than that. Nope, I lied. Actually, it is going to be at the 24-yard line. Still going backwards.
So it's going to be a 1st and 20. As Pokey gets the play in from that far sideline. Again, Pokey now moving from left to right as you listen to us here at Bishop Kelly. 1st down and 20. 3 receiver set, twins right, single left. Tight end right here for Pokey. Speed option, near side. Contreras steps out of a tackle, falls forward to the 25. Contreras started left and then had to cut his way back in towards the middle. And it's just a gain of a couple. So 2nd down, 17 coming up now. Ball between the hash marks.
Contreras brought down by a sea of BK defenders, leading the Chargers number 43, Maddox Rawson on that play.
Shotgun set here for Contreras. Echo Hawk standing to his right. Contreras to throw. Here comes a short pass. May caught towards the near sideline. Dropped immediately. Ball popped out at the end. And the officials are going to say it's Bishop Kelly ball. They're going to say that May fumbled it. May can't believe it. It was right on the Bishop Kelly sideline, and it's a turnover.
And there were a couple referees right there to see what that play was, and I thought they were going to rule that just again. It was just a simple drop, but no, he was already down. But they're going to say he stayed on his feet, and it was a fumble. You can see May heading back to his sideline as he does not agree with the call. Some of his teammates as well are pretty baffled by the call the refs just made, but the refs might have seen something that May and Pocatello did not see.
There was an official right on top of it. But there were maybe 3 people in this whole stadium that would have known that that was a fumble. That was the defender, Hunter May, and the official. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, BK, now from the Pokey 27. 2 receivers in the set, 2 running backs in this set too. They're going to run right with Minard. Minard into the second wave of defenders, down to the 19, picks up 9.
Establishing the run game right there. Especially where you are in terms of the field position. You don't need to be throwing the ball down the field, or you don't need to be throwing the ball really much at all. You can trust Minard, who has been your best player on offense essentially, as he has 2 rushing touchdowns and he gets a gain of 9 on the first play for them. Pushing BK closer to that end zone. Ball sitting at the 23-yard line, it looks like.
The Knights can really start to take control of this game if they punch it in here. 2nd and 1 in the red zone from the 18. Ball in that far hash, pistol set. Toss, Minard left. Minard over tackle, steps out of 1 tackle, has the first down inside the 10, inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal for BK. Here comes a late flag, though. This one's sitting back at the 19.
And then we got some laundry on the field. Might be like a late holding call, maybe an illegal block.
Flag came well after the play had passed. And it's going to be a late hit, personal foul on Pocatello. So they're going to move this half the distance to the goal. So from the 2 to the 1 we go. And BK knocking on the door here, early stages of the 3rd quarter. And before we get going, we have
before the play.
And now looks like we might be ready to go. No, we're going to get a call here from the White Hat. And here comes another unsportsmanlike conduct against Pokey. Well, that's the first unsportsmanlike conduct, but another 15-yard penalty, I should say. So move it from the 1 to the half-yard line now, as the unsportsmanlike conduct called on the Thunder. So here we go. 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Under center we go. 3 running backs in the set. They go Minard. Minard jumps over the top. Touchdown.
They went back to that special formation that worked for them on the second time they scored a touchdown. The 3 tailbacks in the back and the 2 lead blockers hand the ball off to Minard, run to the right side, and he jumped over the pile to score that touchdown, because it looked like if he tried running up the middle, he would have been stopped, but he recognizes that there are bodies right there, so you know where he can go? He can go up, not through.
Touchdown number 3 on the night for Peter Minard. The senior has his team in a great position to move on to the state championship game. Extra point is up, and it is good. Our score, 21-3. 8:47 left to play, quarter number 3. Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of local student athletes and all the building professionals in Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello. And also Bringhurst Family Dentistry offers affordable, complete dental care for your whole family and has been serving the Pocatello area for over 40 years. New patients are always welcome and their emergency care is always available. They'll take care of you and your family. Areas that they can help in include professional teeth whitening, implants, bridges, braces, and dentures. Bringhurst Family Dentistry, 1175 Call Place Suites 200 in Pocatello. You can call them at 208-232-1280. So 8:47 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bishop Kelly taking a, I guess, odd Pocatello turnover on that fumble down that near sideline, and they take it the distance, punch it in the end zone, and they have now extended their lead. Pokey's got to come up with a response here.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're the Thunder, that was just not how you wanted to end the drive. You got a personal foul call from the 2 to the 1. Then you got the unsportsmanlike conduct going from the 1 to the half, leading to that 3rd touchdown. Can't lose your cool in a playoff game like this. You got to rally the troops and get back in it.
End over end kick is away. Now here we come from the far side all the way to the near sideline, tripped up at the 25. On the return there is Stuckey. And so the Pokey offense will retake the field. So this offense, again, they've moved the ball fairly well tonight, but the turnovers have been the issue.
Yeah, we didn't see the turnover from the one long drive they had in the first quarter, but the couple drives of the next few that they've had, they've turned the ball over twice on 2 drives of the last 4. So half the drives have not resulted in the way you've wanted to at all, giving the ball back to BK.
8.5 to go, third quarter. Contreras in the shotgun, Twins right. They go to Echo Hawk running left. Echo Hawk between the hash marks over tackle gets to the 28. Or is that Rodriguez, it looks like? It was Rodriguez.
Yeah, it looked like Rodriguez was the one who took that carry. However, you might want to rely more on the run game if you are Pocatello, because clearly the pass has not been working as a flag is thrown.
Yeah, flag as we get going with the snap. And this one looks like it'll go against Pocatello again. It is a false start. The penalty is starting to pile up here for Pokey.
Yeah, that's something you mentioned. The turnovers have been causing an issue. The penalties might just be just as bad, especially in the second quarter and even in this third quarter. You got some of the personal fouls, a couple of those, and unsportsmanlike conduct. Now you got a couple holding ones dating back to the second quarter. So if you're head coach David Spillett for the Thunder, you can't let your guys become undisciplined. You got to keep them engaged. You got to keep them that, hey, this is a playoff game, the semifinals. We are still in it. Come on, guys. We cannot lose this game, or we cannot lose sight of this game, if you will.
2nd and 13 following the penalty. Echo Hawk on the counter. Left, steps out of a tackle and makes his way down to the 28. Gains most of that penalty yardage back. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Maybe 6. 3rd down and 6, we'll say. No huddle offense now coming from the Thunder. 4 receiver set. Trips right, single left. Contreras rolling near side. Contreras floats this one near sideline, and it's incomplete. Receiver Ty Wilkinson couldn't haul it in, and now it's 4th down, and Pokey is probably going to have to punt.
A little bit, some pressure that Contreras was facing by number 21, Trey Jorgensen, on that rush. So forced an errant throw, and number 11, Ty Wilkinson, was not able to come down. And Ty Wilkinson is 6'5", 220 pounds. So he's a pretty tall, big wide receiver out there, especially for a high schooler, but wasn't able to reel it in.
Punt formation now for Pokey, and BK had to run a punt return around in the field. It's going to be Parker Almenbaugh, who's now back at his own 34. BK brought some pressure on the punt, almost got it. It's a short punt, and it's going to roll down to the 33-yard line, or 37-yard line, rather. So BK will take over from there at its own 37. Armstrong Driving School in Pocatello is owned by Dustin Armstrong, a Pocatello native, wrestling coach, and former teacher. For more information, you can go online to ArmstrongDrivingSchool.com. Armstrong Driving School in Pocatello, creating safe and responsible drivers. They say, go Thunder. So now, from Pokey's perspective, you got to get a stop. You got to get a stop.
Yeah, you cannot allow the big chunk plays. And we've been seeing that more and more, especially in the run game from Minard as he stands in the backfield. But, yeah, Pocatello, you got to get a stop right here. A turnover would also be nice because you do have one of those in today's game.
7:22 as we get going. Minard over left tackle gains 3. So he thunders his way down to the 42. And this right now is BK's comfort zone. BK has played with the lead virtually the entire year. Talked about it a bit in the open, but they come into this game with an 11-0 record. Haven't really been challenged other than Emmett, kind of.
And in those 2 games against Emmett, both those games they did win, but they won by 21. And then their closest matchup, they only won by 7.
Yeah. So 2nd and 6, under 7 minutes to play. Trips right, single receiver left. We're going to throw a screen pass. It's going to be caught by Husky, the freshman. He's out to the 45. Here come a couple flags. They came in from the far sideline, or Sullivan, rather. That was Sullivan, the senior, on their catch.
Looks to be those flags were thrown when he was being tackled, so he might be seeing like some sort of horse collar, like an illegal type of tackle.
We'll get the call. It's going to be holding against Bishop Kelly. So Pokey catching a bit of a break there. So throwing this BK offense off schedule a little bit.
6.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Clock now rolling. Not what you want to see out of Bishop Kelly. You do get a little bit of a break if you are Pocatello right there to push it back to force a 2nd and 13. So, yeah, again, bit of luck on Pocatello's side for that one play, but again, that's only one play in this one drive, in this one quarter.
2nd and 13. 3 receivers left, single receiver right. Avella rolls left, pass is almost intercepted. He floated that one down to the near side. Jackson Romero was the one that tried to climb the ladder, and he just wasn't tall enough.
I mean, if you're Avella right there, I didn't see a receiver anywhere near the ball. I mean, he was rolling towards the near sideline, and he threw it a cross-body throw towards the sideline. I don't know if he was trying to force it out of bounds. I don't know if he was looking for a wide receiver, but I didn't see a black jersey anywhere, like within about maybe close to 10 yards near the ball. So very, very dangerous throw. Luckily for BK, that pass wasn't picked off. And that would have been a huge momentum change, at least for Pocatello, if you get that interception.
I think it's 6. I think he scores if he catches it. Instead, it's 3rd and 13. Avella to throw. They set up a screen to Minard. Minard on the right side is wrapped up immediately. Right as he caught it, it's a loss of 1. And Pokey, the defense, getting a much, much needed stop here.
I know that's exactly what we said. The Pokey defense had to get a stop on this drive, and that's exactly what they did. With a little bit of help of that holding penalty, but in the end,
take it where you can get it, though.
Yep, exactly.
So Carter Stuckey is back deep to receive this punt. On to punt, only for the 2nd time today, Griffin Brady here for BK. Stuckey is back at his own 25. Under 6 minutes, I should say. The snap is low, and this is the punter is tackled all the way in the backfield. It's not a block punt, but it might as well be. It was a bad snap to Brady, and now here come flags. A Pokey defender is on the ground at the 50-yard line. A lot to unpack here, but for the moment, Pokey is going to have excellent field position at the 18.
Looks like number 10, Crew Nelson, was near the Pokey defender that was on the ground. He just took off his helmet as he was going to the sideline, so may have been involved in an altercation there. But again, really, again, not want to say lucky play, but an unfortunate event for BK as the snap was just very, very low and the punter could not corral to at least get the ball to the other side of the field.
Yeah, it was a bad snap. Here we come with the flags. It's going to be a late hit against Pocatello is the call. Dave Spillett is all the way out nearly to the hash marks asking some questions of the officials here. And this is going to negate a large chunk of the great starting field position that the Thunder had. So it was all the way inside the 20, but we'll see where they march it off to. Well, okay, now they're going the other way. So they said it was against Pocatello. Really, it was against Bishop Kelly.
Yeah, I guess you say the wrong team, and it looked like, again, they didn't give us a number, but it looked like Nelson for BK was involved in that because, again, he took off his helmet. He did not look very happy on what had happened.
So they march it, and this drive will start at the 9. Screen pass right, pass caught all the way down to the 6. Contreras, his pass down to Carson Christensen, inches them closer. This drive starts as a 1st and goal for Pokey, and they get it down to the 6.
I mean, if you're Pocatello here, again, you have great field position. You are inside the 10 now, but the last time you were inside the 10, you were at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal, and you could not score a touchdown. So can't sleep on this BK red zone defense here because, I mean, we saw it earlier. This could very well happen again.
2nd and goal. They're from the 8. Contreras with 2 running backs, 1 standing to each side. Twins left, single receiver left. They're going to run left. Going in between the hash marks down to the 2. On the carry is Christensen, and he's down to the 2. 4.5 left to go. 3rd down and goal coming up for Pokey.
I think on this 3rd down and short, I think you got to give it to your best player. I don't know if he's checking in the field right now. It looks like he is.
Yeah, Echo Hawk for sure. 3rd down and goal from the 2. Ball is right between the hash marks, just beyond the mark where they put the extra point. Shotgun set. Echo Hawk standing to the left of Contreras. They go Echo Hawk. Left side. Echo Hawk. Touchdown, Pokey. The Thunder needed every bit of what happened over the last minute of game time, and it's 21-9.
That is a much-needed touchdown right there. Echo Hawk, he bounced it to the outside, had a little bit of a hole, and we could see he kind of held with the ball as he had no one around him, but a little bit of scariness right there, as there were a couple defenders that could have easily knocked the ball out, but by then Echo Hawk was already in the end zone, and finally this Thunder gets on the board to make it 21-9, and it looks like they might be going for 2 here to make it a 10-point game instead of an 11-point game with the PAT.
Yeah, smart thinking here is they have the momentum. Pokey is going to go for 2. They're going to try to cut this thing down to 10. Remember, Pokey already has made a field goal tonight. Receiver to each side. Echo Hawk in the shotgun with Contreras. They go to Echo Hawk. No play action over the middle. Caught by Bowie, and the lead is down to 10.
Quick, nice, easy slant route. Beat the defender off the release. Just he was wide open. Just really showed off his athleticism right there. Really quick route, and he was in the middle of the field before I think the defender even knew he was there.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, you blink, and Pokey's got this thing down to 2 scores now. 21-11 our score under 4 minutes, 3:51 to be exact, remaining here in this third quarter. We'll think Primetime Auctions in Pocatello. They're the place for all of your bidding needs. They have something for everyone, from vehicles to plants to office equipment, electronics. Be sure to check them out. Primetime Auctions before you head to the store. Chances are you are going to find something you are looking for. Bid anytime, anywhere online. PrimetimeAuctions.com. So 3:51 left to play. The bad snap on the BK punt set up the Pokey touchdown. Julian Bowie, the 2-point conversion.
If you're Pocatello here, you can't lose the little bit of momentum you have. You just scored. You got the 2-point conversion. You're getting your team back into it. You can't lose that. You can't let BK drive down the field. You can't let the Knights get that momentum back and extend their lead even more. You got to get another stop right here, right now.
Because then you just give all that momentum right back.
Yeah, it's like you never even had it.
Yep. So Pokey teeing this thing up. Ball on the 40. Garrett Keller will boot this one end over end away. Minert will take it from the 10. Between the hash marks, Minert's across the 25 down to the 29. So now 3:45 to go, third quarter. A bid to the 4A state championship game on the line between these two teams. Bishop Kelly leading by 10. Their offense will take the field starting at the 30.
First and 10 for the Knights on their own.
Here with the next drive, I mean, you got to give the ball to number 44, the guy who's been really the focal point of your offense. As he is stepping out on the field right now, you got to keep trusting him. I mean, especially on these first downs, they've really relied on him to at least get the little bit of yards on first and second down.
It is Cooper Kamen in at quarterback. They're going to run read option. They give to Minert up the middle, and Minert carried some defenders a few extra yards. He gains 8 on first down right up the middle.
That's exactly what we just talked about. I mean, give him the ball on first down, let him do something, break those tackles, run to the inside, run to the outside. Be a distraction for other players to get some yards. But, I mean, there you just want to be simple, pistol formation, give it right up the middle as on a dive play.
Second down and 2. Pistol set, trips right, single left. Kamen still in the game at quarterback. They go to Minert again. Minert, big gain, left side across the 50, down to the 40, and it took 3 Pokey defenders to push him out of bounds at the Pokey 40.
And they just pushed him out of bounds. They didn't even tackle him. They didn't even get him to the ground. They just simply pushed him out. What a fantastic run by Minert there. I mean, we haven't been keeping track of how many yards he has, but I mean, he's got to at least definitely over 100 by this point.
He's over 100 with 3 touchdowns for sure. Has all 3 of the BK touchdowns on the ground tonight. Kamen's still in at quarterback. Pistol set. And they're going to run a read option. Kamen's going to keep it this time, and he's going to go backwards. A flag is thrown at the 40, but that play went nowhere.
Yeah, number 16, Robert Reed, read that all the way and was already in the backfield when the option was being developed, but again, he stopped Cameron from even getting any yards, and he lost about 5-6 there.
So here comes the call and the penalty. And it's going to be holding against BK. So this is what stalled the BK drive last time. Will it stall out again following another holding? Pushes the ball back to the 50. 1st and 20 coming up.
You can't let penalties kill you, especially if you're the Knights here. You can't start to have a good drive, and then, you get a penalty or two, and then the drive just completely stalls out. You can't allow that to happen, especially with the Thunder having a bit of momentum and getting back in this game.
Speed option. They're going to pitch this one out to Cashmitter, Tylen Cashmitter, with Cameron running right. Cashmitter is across the 45 to the 40. And it's going to be 2nd and long coming up. And here comes Minert checking back into the ball game for Cashmitter.
Looks like Cashmitter's looked like that scat back, the guy you want to bounce it to the outside, while Minert is that really just strong, powerful back that you want to just run at the middle. And they're both on the field now, so you got kind of a thunder, and lightning combo out there.
Yeah, you sure do. With Cashmitter, Minert, and Cameron all in the backfield. Cameron in at quarterback, a running back to each side. Read option again. They're going to go Minert. Minert racing towards the sideline. Bulldozes his way out of bounds to the 40 and gains about 3. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. It's been all Cameron at quarterback on this drive for BK.
Yeah, we haven't seen the sophomore quarterback Avella out there. We don't know if he's dealing with something. We don't know, because he was throwing in warm-ups before this half, so maybe they just want to give him a break off this drive and throw him back in the next drive.
Oh, here he comes right now.
Oh,
so
perfect timing.
3rd down and 10. Avella back in at quarterback, pistol set. 2 receivers right, single receiver left, tight end right. Avella rolls right on 3rd and 10. Avella over the middle, pass is caught and dropped. It was caught by Cameron, and then he dropped it. And 4th and 10 now coming up for BK. It would have been a 1st down.
Cameron came back to the ball that would have been easily a 1st down, but could not corral. Had a couple Pocatello defenders right between them, so it looked like he would have probably been sandwiched, or at least definitely brought down pretty hard by one of them, and could not corral the catch to bring him in. So again, another big defensive stop by the Pocatello Thunder right here.
1:38 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Punt formation, BK. Last time it was a Knight disaster. This time the snap is good, and Cameron in at punter plants this one at the 2, but he can't get the bounce. It rolls into the end zone, and the Thunder will take over at the 20.
If you're the Thunder, this is your quarter. I mean, you've been playing good defense, other than the fumble, which could have been a questionable fumble. Other than that, you've been playing really, really clean football. You had the clutch drive after the muffed punt by BK, which again, a little luck on your side, but sports, you require some luck. That just kind of happens, especially in football. And then a couple really good defensive stops from the Pocatello defense here. So this is going to be a true test that they need to drive down the field 80 yards.
Delayed handoff as we start to Echo Hawk. He runs left, runs after 1, 2, 3 tackles. 1st down across the 30, down to the 33.
Clock continues to move. Echo Hawk right there, just continuing to prove why he's a factor. Both teams have their star running backs as true X factors in this game.
Yeah, and all of the momentum, it seems like, if it's not on Pokey's sideline, it's walking over there right now. 1st and 10. Back to Echo Hawk we go as he works up the middle down to the 39. We have a minute left to go in this 3rd quarter. Pokey trailing by 10. But like we said, fresh off a touchdown and forcing back-to-back BK punts. We're under a minute to go in the 3rd. Shotgun set, trips right, single receiver left. Contreras throws left side, picked off all the way back to the house. Touchdown, Bishop Kelly. Jumping the road was Noah Needhouse, and the Knights retake control of the game.
Complete shift from 100 straight down to 0 for the Pocatello Thunder right there. A little hitch route, trying to get it to the farthest receiver, the near side receiver, but stopped too early. Contreras threw that ball way too late as Niehaus he jumped the route and he knew that was coming all the way. Wow, we've seen Nienhuis make a couple really good plays on the ball as he had some pass breakups early on, and that interception to just jump it, perfect read by him to take it all the way to the house for about a 35, 40-yard pick six right there.
And with 46 seconds left to go, now the momentum marching back over to the BK sideline.
All it takes is one play.
Point.
All it takes is one play, and that pick six right there really shut down the Pocatello Thunder momentum, really took it away from them.
Extra point is up, and it is good. BK getting a little help from the defense, extending the lead now 28-11. The biggest play of the game to this point. Noah Nienhuis, house call, pick six, jumped the route on that near sideline and took it all the way back to the end zone.
I mean, this third quarter was looking to be all Pocatello. I mean, they had so many things going all their way, especially despite the fumble, the defensive stops, the touchdown scoring, the muff punt by BK. Everything was going their way until that play right there.
So now 46 seconds left to play, and it's you push from Pokey's perspective, you push. You finally feel like you're getting back in the game. Boom, one play, and you're right back where you started. Still time, though. 46 seconds to go, third quarter. BK on to kick it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Idaho Central debit card found, brought up to the press box. Joshua Shingledecker. Please come up to the
So it looks like the BK special teams is about to kick that ball off. The refs are just getting it ready, getting the tee up. 46 seconds left, as we mentioned. I mean, and if you're Pocatello, if you're the Pocatello team, that's just got to really just, I don't even know how to describe it, just make you feel that everything you had worked for, getting back in this game to make it a 10-point game, just went pretty much out the window.
Yep.
I mean, you're not out of it yet. There's still one full quarter left, and the 46 seconds left in this quarter, but that pick six, the house call, really did not help your cause.
Well, here's the deal. You're probably, including this possession, you're probably going to get at least 3 possessions. So now from Pokey's perspective, you're down 3 scores now, down 17. Virtually everything from here on out has to bounce your way.
You just have to play sound, clean football the rest of the half. Offense, defense, special teams.
And this is going to be a pooch kick down to the 40. It was spinning. BK was going to try to run it down, but it goes out of bounds. And that would have really solidified momentum for BK, but it goes out of bounds. So thus, the good starting field position here for Pokey. Now for Pokey, get back against the boulder and start pushing. They played from behind virtually the whole night.
Present the third place trophy, so stick around for the presentation.
Looks like Chris Kulig, the head coach, and some of the assistant coaches trying to be a little cheeky there with that short little kick, the onside kick, to just get you the ball back and just really stretch your lead out in this game, but didn't really work out. It almost worked out, but not quite.
The ball would have spun a different way. I think BK would have got there. 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. This drive starting from the 45. Contreras, home run ball down the near side. Pass is caught at the 20. All the way to the 10 and down to the 5. Pokey not going anywhere just yet. Cutter Stuckey on the reception.
Just a deep pass down the field, gain of about 45, 50 yards right there, and that was a huge play. And again, that only took barely 10 seconds off the clock, and you said, Lucas, they're going to have about 3 possessions left, and if you can score a touchdown before this quarter even ends, again, you are not out of this game.
You might get another possession, too. 37 seconds left to go. Pokey back in the red zone. First and goal. Read option right, cutting back to the middle. Contreras brought down at the 5. Now clock moving down to 30 seconds. So we'll see if Pokey can get another play off before the end of this third quarter. The Thunder, ball at the 5, knocking on the door. They just threw a pick 6 moments ago. Clock down to 10 seconds as Pokey breaks the huddle. They're going to have to hurry if they're going to get a playoff. Clock down to 5 seconds as Contreras sets for the snap. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They barely get it off. Echo Hawk, right side. Echo Hawk racing to the corner, and he's dragged down from behind. Dragged down at the 7, and we have reached the end of our third quarter. Our score as we head to the fourth and final quarter. in this 4A state semifinal. Bishop Kelly 28 leading Pocatello, who has 11. They lead by 17, but the Thunder knocking on the door. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Fourth quarter here in the 4A state semifinal. Pocatello, second and goal coming up for them. Ball at the 8-yard line, the Thunder trailing by 17. They need to punch this thing in. Lucas Gephardt and Zach White here for IdahoSports.com. Fourth quarter, here we go in the 4A state semis. Shotgun set for Contreras. Play action. Contreras. Here he comes to the near side, floats one to the end zone. Did he get his feet down? He did. Touchdown, Pocatello. Hunter May on the touchdown reception. The Thunder crawl back within 2 scores.
The toe tap in the near corner of the end zone. But it looked like his right foot might have been touching the white, which would have ruled him out of bounds. But no, he kept both of his feet in the end zone. Again, what a fantastic catch. We've been saying that all night here by both teams, multiple receivers making those types of catches, but May right there getting his team back within 2 scores. A clutch catch right there as Pocatello gets it back within 2 scores, and pending the PAT will make it a 10-point game.
Keller off for the point after. It's up and good. The lead is back down to 10, and they just won't go away.
This is playoff football. This is postseason football. I mean, you're 1 game away from the championship game. You need to be resilient. No matter if you're losing, no matter how much time is left, you got to stay in this game. You just can't throw in the white flag. You can't wave the white flag or throw in the towel.
Yeah. Still plenty of time left to go. Pokey punching that one in just 8 seconds into the quarter. 11:52 is all that remains. Early stages, fourth quarter. Pokey still all 3 timeouts. Bishop Kelly, all 3 of theirs as well. And the Thunder getting set to kick it away back to Pocatello. Still, the play that we might point back to as this night goes along, the Noah Niehaus pick 6 on the previous Pokey drive. Not the one they just scored on, obviously, but the one before that. And, boy, you take that pick 6 out of the equation, and now you're talking 1-score game.
And honestly, one play can make or break a football game, and that pick 6 is really breaking the football game if you're Pocatello. However, again, 11:52 left on this clock. They're not quitting.
Yeah.
They're not out of this game by any means.
Bishop Kelly prides itself on running the ball. They're going to do just that when they get the ball here with one of the better running backs in the state in Minard. You might see Cameron in at quarterback as well. We saw that a lot in the last drive. Pokey kicks this one away, end-over-end kick, short kick, takes a bounce at the 18, rolls all the way back to the 10 before BK picks it up, and they're going to be dropped inside the 15. Parker Allenbach couldn't get his footing after he had to go track down the kick, and now BK starting deep in its own territory.
And Garrett Keller with a really impressive kick and took a very lucky, favorable bounce for Pocatello as the ball scampered by Allenbaugh right there, as again he kind of tripped up when he picked up the ball. He didn't set his feet enough, so he was really just trying to get his feet, and he wasn't worried about getting yards. He probably just didn't want to fumble the ball.
Yeah. First and foremost, ball security certainly for Bishop Kelly at this point in the game. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Ball at their own 13.
Looks like number 15, Avella, is in at quarterback, not Kamen.
They go to the ground. Minert, left side. Minert maneuvers his way through traffic to the 20. And a good chunk, well, not really chunk yardage, but a good first down run. They pick up 6.
He's the guy they go to on first down, and he's been the guy that you want to go to on first down. So averaging about 6-7 yards on those first down runs, and that's who you want to trust. Having a guy like Minard on your team is very, very crucial, again, to a playoff team, because you're not relying on all these questionable players on who can we rely on to get these yards. You have a guy.
2nd and 4. Pokey's showing blitz. They bring it. Back to Minard they go. This time Minard stacked up at the line of scrimmage, gains maybe a yard. 3rd down coming up.
BK sending in a good amount of subs, bringing in the backup running back as well, number 32, Tylen Cashmitter. Could be going with a split backfield.
Yeah, they have Cashmitter and Minard both on the field for this 3rd down and 2.
Oh, they're running that special formation, the trips backfield.
Yep, 3 running backs all in the backfield. Under center they go. Toss left. They get the first down out across the 25 down towards that far sideline. And it's a BK first down.
That's a very creative play call, because the few times they've been running that, it's been the handoff to the right side up the middle. This time it was a pitch play to the left, so completely opposite on what you're trying to do there. So really good creative play call there, and you deke out the Pocatello defense because they expect one thing and you get something totally different.
1st and 10, ball at the 26 now. Pistol set. Minard at the back here for Avella in the pistol set. Back to Minard. And Minard wrapped up at the line of scrimmage as they try to run left. Not much on the carry there. 10 minutes, 23 seconds left to go. Pokey needs a few stops and a few scores as they trail by 10.
That's a good start for this 2nd and 10, gain of nothing right there. Looks like BK is trying to just milk as much clock as they can. We're approaching the 10-minute mark. I mean, you're up by 10. You're still not safe with this lead, but you can at least milk some clock, take as much time as you can off the clock to not allow Pocatello to have as much time as they probably could.
2nd and 9, tight end in motion from left to right, back to left. They run Minard left. Minard across the 30, dragging Thunder defenders down to the 35.
Really,
and now the ball may have popped out. Pokey is pointing as if they have the ball. Did it pop out?
You got the coaches, you got the sideline, you got even some of the fans over there pointing, but the refs are convening.
It looks like it's going to stay BK ball. BK does retain possession. 3rd down and 2 coming up. 9:20 left to play in the 4th and final quarter.
Couple receivers check out of the game for BK, which means you got a lot of linemen, a good amount of tight ends, and number 44, the guy you want in the backfield for this 3rd and short.
Yep, back to that under center, 3 running backs in a line formation we go. On 3rd and short, and they didn't get it. The Pokey defense standing tall at the line of scrimmage. 4th down coming up. They tried to go to Crew Nelson, the senior back, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 9, Devin Rodriguez, was the first guy to emerge from that pile. As you could see him pumping his fist, he was excited and ecstatic that he got that stop. And it is 4th and 2, so that was a gain of nothing. And if you're the Pokey defense, this is exactly the stop you needed. You're going to get the ball back, again, only down by 10.
Guess what, though? BK is going to go for it. Lined up, under center we go. 3 running backs all in that line. Clock down to 8:25. Avella's giving a hard count. Now pops his head up, looks towards the near side, and BK calls a timeout.
Trying to get him to jump off sides, try and see if they're not paying attention, catch him lacking. Could not do that, so great job by the Pocatello defense to stay engaged, stay disciplined. And here, do you think they're going to punt the ball, or do you think they're going to send the offense back out there to go for it?
I'll tell you what I think they should do, and I'll tell you what I think they're going to do. They're 2 different things. I think they're going to punt. I also think they should go for it. But, again, I'm standing on top of a press box having 0 coaching experience. But here, to me, this is a spot where you're 2 yards away, 4th and 2, go win the game.
Go win the game right here with 8:19 left. So the game's not over if you get this, but it would continue the drive, and it would really take away a little bit of momentum from Pocatello.
It would run some clock, but as I said, what I think they should do and what they're going to do, two different things. Here we go with punt formation. Bishop Kelly out of the timeout. They do have Cameron into punt, and now they roll 3 receivers out to each side. Still punt formation, and Cameron does punt it away. It is a short punt. Fair catch called for at the 40. They muffed it, and there's a race for the ball, but Pokey jumps on top of it. Stuckey able to recover the muffed punt. And so 8-11 to go in this fourth quarter. And what happened on that punt was they lined up in a regular punt formation, and then they ran all their gunners 3 to each side out. It looked like they had trips right, trips left, but then they just punted out of it. But they don't – that was the first time they've done that out of punt formation tonight.
And it looked like it worked because, again, we saw that Stuckey was the only guy in white for them, for Pocatello, and he muffed it. Luckily, the ball didn't go far, and he was able to bounce on it.
1st and 10 from their own 40. Contreras to throw. Rolls out far side. Contreras is going to be brought down for a loss of 1.
Maddox Rawson be able to track down Contreras right there, not allowing to get any yards. If anything, he maybe gained 1 yard.
2nd down and 10 is what they're going to call it. Under 8 minutes left to play. Pokey with the ball, trailing by 10.
Short gain in the play brings up 2nd and
This is the postseason football I love watching right here. I mean, this is where the real teams are made. If you're Pocatello right here and you can score, Pocatello's played a heck of a game so far.
4 receivers in the set, trips left, single right. They roll left. Contreras on the run, finds Bowie on the run, caught at the 45, but then Bowie ran backwards. Are they going to say it's forward progress? They do. So forward progress to the 45. That was close. I wasn't sure that they were going to give him forward progress. At any rate, they do. 3rd down and 5. Obviously, 4-down territory here for Pokey.
That's a guy we haven't really called. Bowie's a guy who, had a great first half, but then the second half really haven't been able to call his name. So maybe you try getting the ball to him, as he is the go-to weapon, the best athlete probably on this field.
Twins right, twins left. Contreras to throw, has time, delivers, and it's incomplete. Just threw that one short of Wilkinson as the pressure closed in. 4th down and 5 coming up now for the Thunder.
4th down, Thunder.
4-down territory? I think so.
Yes, absolutely.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yep, Pokey obviously keeping the offense on the field here. 4th down and 5 from the Thunder 45. As Contreras runs the play into the huddle from the far sideline. 6 minutes, 48 seconds left to go. Pokey has got to have this. They break the huddle.
This crowd is going nuts here. We can hear the stamping. We can feel it shaking.
Contreras to throw. Contreras, here comes the pressure. He's going to roll to the near side. Contreras is going to run for it. Dives to the 50. He got it. He needed 5. He got 6.
Contreras on the quarterback keeper.
Wow. Contreras running to the outside. He was booking it from the pocket, bouncing to the near sideline. There were about 4 black jerseys enclosing on him from behind, from the side, that could have easily stopped him, but Contreras got just enough.
No huddle offense now. Fresh set of downs. A breath at another life for Pokey. Pass short, caught in the slant route, spins out of 1 tackle, and brought down at the 40 by a herd of defenders. Hunter May, the reception to the 40, gain of 9. 6.5 minutes left to play. Pokey still all 3 of its timeouts.
You're in plus territory now. You're at the 40-yard line of BK here. You got to keep that momentum going. Just keep with the short passes. Take a shot if you need to. You got number 1 on the near sideline. You got to use him.
Empty set for Contreras. Has time. Now he rolls to the far side. Contreras on the move. Delivers on the run. Pass is intercepted along the sideline. No, they say he's out of bounds. It was on the far side. The only question was if he dragged the feet. Official on the far side says he didn't.
Wow. I keep saying that word tonight, but this game has been filled with so many great moments. Almost could have really just killed Pocatello if that pass was picked off. I thought it was an interception from back over here.
I thought it was too.
But I guess maybe the foot was touching the white. So, again,
it was close.
It was very close.
6:02 left to play. 3rd down and 1 for Pokey. This drive, a new life. Following the near interception. Contreras near side pass short. Bowie caught. 35, first down.
Get it to your number 1 wide receiver. That's exactly what he did. Got a gain of about 6. He only needed 1. Keeps the drive alive. Keeps the Pocatello Thunder moving.
Ball now to the 34 in BK territory.
More importantly, that stops the clock.
Yes, it does.
Just under 6 minutes left to go in this game.
Contreras shotgun set. Twins right, twins left. Echo Hawk, the back, standing to his left. Contreras to throw. Contreras under pressure, pocket collapsing. Contreras is going to go down. He came all the way out to the near side numbers before he was finally brought down. Getting credit for the stack is Joe Stroshine.
Maddox Rawson was also there. About a half a sack for each of them to combine for that 1 sack. Gain of nothing, loss of nothing, 2nd and 10.
Twins right, twins left. Echo Hawk screen to Bowie. Bowie couldn't escape. If he was able to step out of that tackle, he may have been off to the races.
Sam Nell, the senior defensive back, who's been really shadowing Bowie this entire game, able to get that tackle for a gain of nothing. 3rd and 12. 3rd and very long here. We've seen him convert a couple 3rd and 4th downs, but this one's pretty long.
3rd down and 12. From the 37, Contreras to throw. Under pressure, delivers short, and it's incomplete. A flag, though, sitting at the line of scrimmage.
Might see a holding call here on Pocatello. It was thrown at the 38-yard line. Looks like they're signaling towards Pocatello there.
And it is holding against Pocatello. And now the question, do you accept this penalty? Do you want 3rd and 22, or do you want 4th and 12?
For me personally, I would decline it and take the 4th and 12 because it's still long anyways.
Yeah. But head coach Chris Kulig is going to take the penalty. So passing up a 4th and 12, instead Kulig wants the 3rd and even longer. Kulig in his first year taking over here at Bishop Kelly. The longtime coach over at Rocky Mountain High School, just a few miles away from here in Meridian. First year here at Bishop Kelly. 3rd down and 22. Fans make a noise here at BK. Contreras, chest high snap will throw. Contreras delivers over the middle. Pass is picked off. Intercepted at the 25 and brought down at the 40. Flipping the ball, staring down the defenders. Cole Traverso may have just sealed the Pocatello fate.
Jumping the route. That was a crossing route across the middle. That would have been enough for a first down, or darn near close to it. But Traverso just really jumped the pass, and again, Contreras throwing that ball a little too late there. That's been a bit of an issue for him tonight when it comes to the interceptions he's had. He's thrown the ball a little bit too late for the receiver, and the defense is already reading where the ball is. So Traverso, again, may have just ended Pocatello's chances at winning this game.
4:46 left to play. Under center we go with Avella. 3 running backs, the 3-line formation. Toss left. And being tripped up at the 40, it's Crew Nelson on the toss. Loses about a yard, but more importantly for Bishop Kelly, that clock will run.
If you're Pocatello, you have those 3 timeouts, but those 3 timeouts can only get you so far. So those 3 timeouts may be good for you within the next minute or so to use, but after that, if your defense cannot get a stop, those timeouts essentially mean nothing.
Yep. 2nd down and 11. Avello back under center, 3 running backs. The 3-line running back formation. I'll just start calling it that. The 3-line formation. 4 minutes left to go. Back to the ground, Minert gains 2 up the middle. Clock under 4 minutes now. And now it's third down.
Number 22.
And BK is going to let this clock
Gain of 3 on the
roll.
play brings up third
Pocatello
down
still all 3 of its timeouts, not using one here. 3rd and 8, again under center, and now they're going to send some receivers out in the formation. As Avella looks to the sideline, still under center, twins right, twins left. And they go up the middle to Cashmitter, and Cashmitter to the 45, well short of the first down. And here comes a Pocatello timeout. So 3:19 left to play. Pokey's going to get the ball back now, but time is quickly fading on the Thunder.
And just that one drive, those 3 plays, BK was able to waste about a minute and a half of clock there. And that's a minute and a half where if you didn't turn the ball over, you could have used to score. You could have used to, again, quickly get the ball down the field and put some points on the board. But with that interception by Traverso about a minute and a half ago, that really did not help Pocatello's case. And yes, you do get the ball back, and you don't only have 2 timeouts left. But again, those timeouts will only get you so far, and there's not as much time on the clock as you would like there to be.
Yeah, and you mentioned that they ran about a minute and a half and took a timeout from Pocatello. So that's what that turnover got you for BK. Now, Pokey, we have seen this offense, the ability to score and score fast. They're going to have to do it twice. 3:19, that's, maybe enough time, is usually enough time to score once. The problem for Pokey, they have to score twice.
And you need to get a stop in between both those scores.
Yep. Or an onside kick. One of the two. Kamen on to punt. Stuckey back deep to receive this punt at his 15. Pocatello sent the sink to try to block it. Didn't get there, and this punt's going to take a bounce and come to a rest at the 30. I want to thank Gateway Park in Idaho Falls one more time tonight, bringing the mountain to town this winter season. Gateway Park is a new tubing hill in Idaho Falls, located right by Ryder Park on Sunnyside Road, close to the freeway. It snows every day at Gateway Park. Great for families, kids, youth groups. Everyone will have fun at Eastern Idaho's newest tubing adventure. All right, 3:12 on the clock. This drive is going to start at the Pokey 30. And Pokey needs 10 points in just over 3 minutes. Contreras to throw. Finds Bowie on the near side, and Bowie steps out of bounds at the 34. Short completion. BK will give those up for the rest of the night.
Yeah. We've seen Bowie, it's Bowie versus Sam Nell on this near sideline, number 1 versus number 28. We've seen Bowie beat Nell down the field a couple times. So I think at this point you just got to let Bowie just take the top off the defense.
Contreras throwing again, rolling far side, throws on the run, pass caught, and getting out of bounds. It is a first down to the 44. That was caught by Ty Wilkinson, and it's a fresh set of downs for Pokey. More importantly, Wilkinson gets out of bounds, so clock stops at 3 minutes.
You got Wilkinson, you got Bowie, as those are your 2 primary seamers. If you're Contreras, you got to look for those guys. And the last couple of plays that I've gotten that first down have been simple little out routes because you want to stop that clock as much as possible. So that's what this whole drive could be comprised of, just quick outs that stop the clock.
Bowie in motion on that near side. They're going to throw him a screen pass on that near side. He catches it, trying to work towards that sideline, races towards the 45, and does get out of bounds. Bowie's showing off his athleticism there to try to get to the sideline. It's a pickup of just 3, though. Under 3 minutes to play.
Again, Bishop Kelly will be okay with giving up those short little passes. They just cannot get beat over the top and have this be a quick drive. They'd rather take as much time off the clock as they can and just hope they can ice the game after if they were to score, if they don't score.
I think at some point on this drive in the next couple plays as you approach midfield, you're going to have to roll the dice. You're going to have to throw it downfield and see what happens. We haven't seen it yet. Ball at the 47. Contreras rolls right. Contreras under pressure has to throw this one towards the sideline. Is it caught down that near side? It is not. The receiver did go to his knees to try to haul it in, but I'm going to say he was out of bounds when he made that catch. Alex Wynn, the intended target. And it's 3rd down and 7 now with 2:46 to go here in the game.
Targeting those sidelines, that was a nice, easy comeback route that almost was caught, but Wynn could not get either a foot down, a knee down, inbounds. He caught it, but by that point, he was already way out of bounds. So expect to target the sidelines some more, but you got Bowie, you got Wynn, you got Wilkinson out there. So you got some big-time receivers, some tall receivers that can make some plays out there.
3rd and 7. Contreras to throw. Here comes the rush, and it's intercepted again. The rush got to him. He had to throw it before he wanted to, and he threw it right into Marcus Powers' lap. His 2nd interception of the night. 2:41 left to play, and BK can smell the state championship.
And you want to know who forced the pressure, forced the arid throw? The guy who's been running the ball so effectively. Peter Minert forced the pressure on there. He got what would have been a sack if Contreras hung onto the ball, but forced the really arid throw to number 33, Marcus Powers, with his 2nd interception of the night. So what a game Minert's been having. 3 rushing touchdowns, over 100 total yards, and that pressure to force that air throw to possibly send Bishop Kelly to the state championship game. What a night.
2:41 left to play. 2 timeouts for Pokey. They need 10 points and the ball, and they have 2:41 to do it in. To the ground they go with Minert. Right side, over the 50. Here comes a flag. Not what BK is looking for there as they try to milk out this last 2:34. But as of now, Bishop Kelly can smell this state championship game. Update from the other 4A game going on in Eastern Idaho. Hillcrest leading Skyline 35-25. That game is in the 4th. And it is a holding penalty against Bishop Kelly. So not sure exactly how much time is left in that Skyline Hillcrest game. All we're told is that it's in the 4th. But as of now, Hillcrest leading Skyline by 10.
That's a pretty funny story. Both 4A semifinal games, the favored team is up by 10, both in the 4th quarter.
Both nights.
Both night, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's another really funny coincidence.
That's where I thought you were going with it.
The Knights for both those games are leading their opponents by 10 points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's true. So timeout taken by Pocatello leaves them with only 1. And it is 1st and 20 following that penalty. So Bishop Kelly is gonna get to roll some more time off the clock, even though they were penalized for it. So 1st and 20. Receiver to each side, shotgun set. Bishop Kelly trying to run it. Now the ball pops out, but Bishop Kelly jumps back on top of it. Oh, man. That could have spun this game on its head. But Avella is able to jump back on top of it. The heart of every BK fan listening may have just leapt out of its chest there, but BK able to get the ball back, and Pokey uses its final timeout here with 2:28 left to play.
Definitely some confusion on that play there. Looks like Minert just couldn't corral it. Like a late snap, Minert was already using his momentum to take off on the run, but didn't quite have the ball yet, so the ball went on the ground, but luckily quarterback Avella was there to just pounce on it. You lose more yards there, but honestly, you take that rather than losing the ball and giving it back to Pocatello.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Especially at this stage in the game. So 2:28 left to play. That's all that's left here. A 10-point lead for BK. The Knights with the ball, trying to march their way back to the state championship game. State championship game, should Bishop Kelly hold on, would be here in the Treasure Valley, just a few miles away from the Bishop Kelly campus. As they go to Minert, between the tackles, between the hash marks to the 35, and he is brought down there. Clock moving now. Pokey can't do anything about it. It's down to 2:15, no timeouts left for the Thunder.
Let's say you get a stop on this 3rd and long, you force another 4th down. There's only going to be about a minute, probably 30 on the clock for Pocatello. Maybe even about a minute 20.
To score twice.
Yes.
That's the whole caveat to the whole thing. BK letting this clock run. It's under 2 minutes. As they look to the sideline, Bishop Kelly on the verge of going back to the state championship game, this time with the new head coach and Chris Kulig.
Yeah, Bishop Kelly's just waiting. Looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, they ran the play clock all the way down and then called a timeout. So it's a 3rd and 23 coming up here for BK. 1:39 left to play in this one. Probably going to see another run here from Bishop Kelly. They're going to take up all the time they can and then punt it away. And then, like you said, Zach, that would leave Pocatello with 50 seconds, a minute-ish, with no timeouts.
And you need to score again. You need to score twice. And at this point, there's no chance of, let's say, Pocatello gets a stop and they do a quick score. You have to just kick the onside kick. You can't rely on your defense getting a stop. You have to try the onside kick.
Yep. Pokey would need a miracle. Crazier things have happened here in the state playoffs. 3rd down and 23 out of the timeout. With 1:39 left, back to Minert we go. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 2. Clock down to 1.5 minutes, and it will run.
Tackle the play by number 16.
BK is in no hurry to get the punting unit out there, no hurry to do anything. They likely might call their last time out, try and milk as much clock as possible, call that last time out, and then no one will be able to stop the clock with about 50 seconds or so left.
Yeah, both teams would be out of timeouts. It looks like it's exactly what they're doing. As a side judge standing right next to Chris Kulig, whistle in his mouth, just waiting for Kulig to make the letter T out of his 2 hands. Under a minute. For Bishop Kelly, as Kulig calls the timeout, Bishop Kelly, should they hold on? They should hold on. Would be playing for their first state championship since the 2014 season. Likely, we think, would be against Hillcrest. Those two teams have played each other in that 4A title game before. They have played at Boise State before. I called it, and I don't remember who won. So I have to go back through the archives for that one. But those two teams appear to be on a collision course. As the score, again, 35-25 over in Eastern Idaho. Hillcrest leading Skyline. So clock at 51 seconds. Here comes the punting unit for Pocatello, or for Bishop Kelly. Cammon's on to punt it.
Only 51 seconds left. So once this punt plays over, there's going to be 48, 47 seconds depending on what happens. So, again, not a lot of time for Pocatello.
Cammon gets this low punt away. It takes a bounce at the 30. Takes a Bishop Kelly bounce, rolls inside the 20. And, boy, Bishop Kelly got another 3 seconds or so off the clock. But that ball had come to a stop, but the officials hadn't blown it dead just yet. And so 40 seconds left to play. Here comes the Pocatello offense. Likely for the last time of the night. They hope they'll get one more.
And a possible miracle that could happen, like long touchdown, one play long touchdown right here, quick onside kick, and then a Hail Mary or another long play touchdown to win you the game.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but it's not very possible.
Yeah, they're going to do everything they can here. 40 seconds left to go, no timeouts. Pokey with the ball.
You can see the two safeties for BK just went back another 5 yards. They're standing at the 45-yard line where the ball is placed at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a prevent defense for BK. Shotgun set for Contreras. Twins left, single right. And they're going to try and end around. They pitch it back to Bowie, a flea flicker. Bowie lets it fly. Down the far side, led his receiver too far. Back of the playbook for that one as he was looking for Wilkinson. You got to dial something up here. 32 seconds to go.
That pass was almost completed. Just about 2 yards past Wilkinson, who didn't try to stretch out for that ball because I guess he knew he wasn't going to catch it. But not Wilkinson. Bowie with a cannon. He threw that like 35, 40 yards down the field with ease. Set his feet and he just launched it down the field. But reaching in the back of the playbook, trying to just get a little bit of creativity out there, try to catch the defense off guard.
32 seconds to play. Contreras to throw from the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Contreras evades it, escaping the pocket to the far side. Now he's going to run and slides at the 22, and that means the clock will run. It's down to 20 seconds. Pocatello, no timeouts. It's down to 15, and Bishop Kelly can sense it.
Crowd's getting on their feet.
Clock down to 10 seconds. Pokey trying to get organized. Down to 3 seconds. Pokey gets it away with 2 seconds to throw down the far side. Incomplete. The horn sounds, and that will do it. The Knights are back in the 4A state championship game. Death, taxes, and BK state championship appearances. Guarantees of life here with 4A football.
What a performance by the BK Bishop Kelly Knights here tonight. They played a very great game offensively, defensively. Special teams, they had a little bit of mishaps, but you know what? That didn't matter in the end. They got the win, and they are moving on to the state championship game for 4A football.
Once again, your final score, Bishop Kelly 28, Pocatello 18. Will Warder, IdahoSports.com player of the game on the other side of the break. Bishop Kelly back in the state championship game.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Bishop Kelly back in the 4A state championship game here in the 2023 season. The Knights will carry a 12-0 record into next week's matchup, likely against Hillcrest as they duke it out still over there in eastern Idaho. At last check, Hillcrest leading Skyline by 10 that game in the fourth quarter. But Bishop Kelly winning this one by 10. Minert, 3 touchdowns tonight, a pick 6 for Noah Niehaus, a couple other interceptions from the Bishop Kelly defense. Really the complete package tonight from the Knights.
Complete game. I mean, offense, defense, as I mentioned, offense, defense, special teams. For the most part, just really good sound football, especially the defense in that second half. Other than the couple of drives in the third quarter, that defense was just unbelievable to say the least. I mean, Niehaus with that pick 6 to extend their lead 28-11 late in the third quarter. Minard had that huge pressure that forced another interception by the Pocatello quarterback Contreras to really seal the game with about 2.5 minutes left. I mean, just a great performance here by the offense, defense, and especially the running game for Bishop Kelly. The running game was just simply fantastic. You got a couple guys in here, but the main big name that we want to talk about in the running game was Peter Minard, who, just dominated the game.
Yeah, and that kind of leads us into this right now. Our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. And we're going to go, of course, with Minard. 3 touchdowns for him tonight. Also played very well in defense as well.
Yeah, had that, again, really didn't see much of him on defense, more of the offensive threat, over 100 total yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, but then that last play, the last defensive play the big last defensive
really
play.
Just sealed it.
Yeah, really just sealed the game with that huge pressure, forcing an errant throw, giving number 33, Marcus Powers, his second interception of that night. So overall, Minard, well-deserved for the Idaho Sports Player of the Game.
So there you have it, Peter Minard, our player of the game here tonight. Bishop Kelly back in the state championship game. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football State Playoffs, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and IDEAL, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealer. Special thanks to Tom Shanahan and the whole staff here at Bishop Kelly for their hospitality and helping us get this broadcast to you, the viewer, here tonight. Congratulations again to Peter Minard, the IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. 3 touchdowns, all of them on the ground for Minard, leading the Knights to the state championship game where they will play the winner of Hillcrest and Skyline here in the Treasure Valley. Any final thoughts as we sign off here, Zach?
Congratulations to a well-deserved win for the Bishop Kelly Knights, and more so congratulations to Chris Kulig, his first year as the Bishop Kelly head coach. Going to the state championship game. I would say it's been a successful year for him. I think he's going to keep his job going forward.
Yeah, hasn't lost yet, right? 12-0 for the Knights and Chris Kulig. So for Zach White, my name is Lucas Gephardt on IdahoSports.com. We'll see you next week.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your IDEAL college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with IDEAL, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
This has been a presentation